Hey everybody, and welcome to Hex Token channel. Man, oh man, I can't believe it. I just finished my live stream, and how about that? The PulseRamp has gone live. Unbelievable. Look at it. It's live. I didn't even have a chance to do a thumbnail. That's incredible. Let's do a refresh on Richard Hart there. I'm not sure if any of you have jumped in there, but pretty cool. The PulseChamp Pulse Bridge is live. Awesome. I'm going to copy that into the bridge. Unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just posting this into the Discord. PulseRamp, Pulsechain bridge is live. And let's send it out. It's unbelievable. I cannot believe that is live. I just finished my live stream and it went live. Unbelievable there. That is crazy. Amazing. All right, welcome everybody. I'm just trying to catch up here. That's insane. I just finished my live stream. You guys know it. It's like 5 minutes later. Can't believe it. I was so close to having it going live exactly at the same time. But hey, we're on first. No one else is streaming. We're the first one to be streaming at the moment. Woohoo! Soapman was fast, almost out on your stream. I know. I can't believe it, man. It's crazy. Come people across that bridge. Yeah, there's the bridge, folks. Let's zoom in on that. I'm not going to be doing any transfers myself. But the bridge is open. Yeah, take that into account. The bridge is open. I'm not doing anything straight away myself. So there it is. We will, that's going to be amazing. Whew, man, that's insane. Hex price there is at 3.1 cents. Gwei at the moment, maybe you got to play Gwei on the ETH chain. That is currently 74. Maybe it's going to be pumped up here from the activity on Pulsechain is going to lift this gas price. That is pretty crazy stuff there. Well done. So let's post in some cool emojis. Let's put in some party. Bam, let's do it and post that. Love me some Vince Vaughn, and very exciting. So cool on that one. That is Richard Hart's latest tweet. Pulsechain bridge is live. That is the tweet there. Let me paste that in the chat as well, so you can get the bridge. That is it. Amazing, right? Amazing. I can't believe I was only a couple of minutes shy of finishing, but we're first on. No one else is on. Let's go to the Pulse Tube. And who is on live? Only Hex Token is live. We did it, but I've got no thumbnail. I haven't done the thumbnail. I'll put that in on at the end because I haven't got time. To do thumbnail. But that's cool. We're up first on this one too. Nice one. That's kind of neat. Let's get into it though. So if you're on the bridge, there's the bridge, folks. Yeah, you can get access to it. I think I posted the link in the video description there. Let me pull up my studio on this side too, because I've got to go to the current live stream and pull that up. And bam, let's have a look there. Man, it's exciting. And the bridge is up, folks. This is really exciting. And we're just started day 3. And the bridge is up. So that's pretty good. 24-hour delay, but that's amazing, isn't it, guys? Everything. It's so good. So yeah, very excited. All I can say is exciting. If you're going to bridge over stuff, do it. Let's connect the wallet up. I guess I'm going to have to be on Ethereum. So let's do that. And then we'll connect that up. Let's do it. Bam. And let's play that as well. Now, that is pretty much it. So that's Ethereum. You're going to need some Ethereum fees to pay for the bridge. It's going to lock in that Ethereum on one side. Let's see what tokens are showing. It's showing ETH there. It's got the little tick here, verified. The little tick is verified. You can add custom token as well. Contract address, token symbol, decimals. You can do that. Remember, it locks it in on one side of the bridge, and it gives you the back version on the Pulsechain version on the other side. Pretty cool. And you can click add the contract address, get token, and so forth. So just go to Etherscan or wherever to get the contract, and you can add that in, and you can bridge it over. But there we are, verified Ethereum, Hex, Wrapped ETH, DAI, USDC, and USD Tether. Bring on the stable coins. Woo-hoo-hoo! Ching. That's really cool. And of course, I think the Gwei has gone up to 77. I'm sure Pulsechain is going to have a big impact on the Gwei. It was just coming down too, and there we are. So kind of neat there. And of course, you can use the little button here to switch over. You've also got the cogs. The cogs here, infinite unlock. So you can do that. I'm not sure what that is actually. Infinite unlock. I'm not even sure what that is. Infinite unlock there. I guess it's unlocking all the tokens there. Disable balances and token list. Disable balances. Custom Ethereum RPC pool, custom Pulsechain RPC there as well. So what else? You got the transaction page there. We click on that. You got disconnects. We've got obviously Pulsechain. Switch it over to Pulsechain. We're going to switch it over. Switch network. That is Pulsechain. Obviously, you're going to need some pulse on the Pulsechain side to do transaction, I guess. So and that is there. And yeah, you need it on, at least you need it on the Ethereum side to bridge it over. Anyway, let's see what tokens are on there. We got PLSX, Wrap PLS, Wrapped ETH, and DAI on the Pulsechain same side. And of course, you can add a custom token on there with that contract. So there we are. Those are the ones that seem to be available. PulseX, Wrap Pulse, Wrapped ETH. Man, this is so damn exciting. I'm hard to contain myself with the excitement of this bridge opening up. It's seriously, I'm almost about to stutter. It's crazy stuff there. Amazing. All right, let's get into some of the chats there. Hope you guys are excited. And let me know in the chat there if you've done a bridge. Let me know if you've done a bridge on there. So kind of cool. Let us know. What else there? Whoop, Superman. That was fast. Almost, yeah. I've got my Play wallet. You see, I haven't got any funds in this wallet, so I can't do a bridge example. I will try and do one, but this just happened. This has popped up, so I wasn't prepared for it at all. Yeah, I'm just looking at this wallet. Even that one there, yeah, don't have much in there. Don't have much on that side. Don't think so. No, so yeah, I won't be able to do any example on the live stream, unfortunately. Aussie Stone and House there. Woohoo! Yeah, definitely awesome. Nice from Pulsechain Blockchain. Sebastian as well. Let's go. 100%. Yay, says Guy. 100%. LFG says Anson. Crypto military vets in the house. Hey, yes. Good to see you, crypto military vet. Sebastian, 100% ready. Here we go, says Jared. 100%. Francis in the house. Hello. SKB in the house. Hey, SKB, good to see you. The first channel member of this channel, big supporter. Thank you, SKB. Good to see you as well. Rango, let's go live. Woo, Pineapple Love. Yeah, it's game on now, man. 24-hour stream. Here we go, says Wookie. I'm not sure about that, but it's definitely pretty cool. Bridge, Agenda 69. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's like Bobcat as well. There is the link to the bridge if you want to play with that. It's pretty easy. I have done videos on testnet on this channel, so you can check those out. Those videos are also in the video tutorials on. If you go into our Discord under video tutorials, they'll have pictures of that. And I've got where we've done that on there. So yeah, bridged ETH, bridge ETH to Pulsechain network. So the videos there, bridged USDC to Pulsechain network. So those videos are definitely there. If you want to check those videos out, they're pretty much intact. So I'll post them in the chat. Those are the two videos, but you can go to video tutorials in our Discord, and those are old proof of testnet ones, but they're still pretty valid from what I can tell. And for those in the chat there, if you want to watch those videos, but pretty much it's pretty intuitive. You're going to need some ETH on one side, and you'll be able to get yourself some Pulse on the other side. So pretty cool. So it's got Wrap Pulse here. Presumably there's some, well, you'd have to have those tokens, but in terms of the getting the tokens on that side, it's pretty cool. Which side am I on? Pulsechain. Let me switch over to the mainnet there on ETH. So on the ETH tokens there, there's ETH, Hex, Wrapped ETH. So you're still going to have to swap some over on the chain to get some Pulse, at least until there's some Wrap Pulse on this side of the chain. So I'm not sure what the contract is going to be for Pulse on the Ethereum side. So let us know in the chat there if anyone has discovered that. Let us know. Superman bit Randy stream. Yeah, I saw Randy's stream coming up, but I had to go first. there. On that one. So obviously, Dirt Paul says, woot, woot. Hey, we're live, man. We are live. It's exciting. And this is what I was waiting for. Says Joe O'Brien, 100%. We'll get the bridge. Hey, look, it's been pretty flawless launch, and the bridge is looking pretty smooth as well. So very excited. I was on Pulsechain when I saw the tweet. Yeah. I got front run on the chat there. It was pretty classic on the chat there. I just came off the chat. I was just about to have a bit of lunch, and it was like there. I saw Briz and other people posting stuff in the Discord. David Goss says $5. Hey, thanks very much for that. Appreciate that. Big shout out, David. Appreciate the support. That is very exciting. Here we go, 100%. What else there? That was a short break. Said Squid. Yep. And just Treasure find Polis. Well, Treasure's just got your private keys on, so I don't understand there's any issue with that. So get into our Discord under useful Pulsechain out for that one refined, but that should be no problem. Yes, it's happening, says T-Hex, 100%. Love it, says Joshua. Absolutely. High again, says Archipelago. Absolutely. Condor and House. Wow, everyone's pretty excited, man. Great to see everybody. It's great to be able to celebrate this with everybody too, right? That's pretty cool. Let's go to the Pulse Tube. Let's have a look at Gwei. Gwei at the moment is, what's it, 89. Gwei's gone up, popped, and Hex there sitting at 3.1. It's quite solid at the moment. So we're expecting some volatility. It's just open, of course. Takes time for people to find out. But let's have a look here. 50,000 people have found out in 15 minutes on Richard Hart's tweet. 50,000 almost in 15 minutes have heard about the bridge. So spread the word. You guys are part of the community. Spread the word. Tell everybody you can that the bridge is open. Tell them. Spread the good word. Pretty exciting. Of course, PulseX is ticking away there as well. Let's have a look at some of the prices at the moment. PulseX Pulse starting off at around about 0.225. So just remember that. That's the PulseX. Pulse Hex there, 0.007. And of course, if we switch over to the Pulsechain network, before we do that, let's get into the bridge though. So we're on Ethereum here. So we've got these tokens sitting out there. ETH, wrapped ETH. These are the tokens, so stables, and these tokens here at the moment. So you get a synthetic version on this side and switch around to that. So let's jump over to that and Pulsechain and what else? We've got PulseX, Wrap Pulse, Wrapped ETH, and DAI. But you can add your custom tokens there. All right. I got the cat wants to get out. The cat wants to get out there. Just one moment, folks. I'm just going to let the cat out. The cat wants to go away. I didn't even know the cat was here, but the cat's here. Let me do that. All right, the cat. I had to let the cat out. How about that? The cat out of the bag is out of the bag. Spelling mistake in your stream heading, is there? Pulsechain Bridge PulseRamp. Oh, there is too. Let me just edit that. Let me just edit that mistake. That's how fast I was doing it. I was getting the stream up. It was so fast that I made a mistake with the video title. That's hilarious. Cool. Wow, going to see prices soon. Yeah, well, I think possibly by the weekend we may see them. By Saturday, Sunday, possibly. Thursday at the earliest is my guess. Let's see here. Let me just go into the title and just get that word right. PulseRamp. So Pulsechain, that's spelled correctly. Bridge Pulse with a capital L. PulseRamp is live. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm just correcting that. Thank you very much for highlighting that there. Great white. Crypto CR7 says, I wonder what Jack calls a chain with a bridge. Yeah. Not a testnet. It wasn't a testnet anyway. That was an incorrect categorization. All right. It's very real. If you're trying to get your positions right, it's a very real bridge. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's a very real bridge. So very excited. How do we get to Pulse? You need to swap it in the Pulse PulseX there. There is Pulse on the bridge on the Ethereum side, but I'm just not sure what it's going to be called, the contract. So hopefully Richard will let us know what that is as well. Now, if someone else has discovered this, let us know in the chat there. Fashion Coder says, I'm literally on a date. Do I leave? Did I warn him this might happen? And that's pretty funny. And we're live. That's Maliel. That's pretty funny. So he's at a random gas chain and he's saying the Pulse chain is live, the bridge is live. That's pretty hilarious there from Maddie Ellen. I'll post that link in the tweet there if you want to check that out. Let me just pull this up here. All right, so we're going for gold on that. Infinite. Now, there will be a Pulse chain version on the ETH side. I just don't know what that is at the moment because it's just launched. Let's go, says Briz. Here, 100%. Pretty cool on that. So nice words. I'm just going to look through some of this. Yeah. All right. Let's see what people are saying in the chat, though. I'm just going through the chat first, and let's go back to the bridge there. Mercury says, just saw Richard Sweet went off some time as my fire alarm. So it must be some kind of sign, says Mercury. That's funny. I did one, got my ETH wrapped. Nice one there, Drippy. Well done. So first person in the chat there that's used the bridge so far. Where's the swap function? The swap is on the Pulsechain. You have to go to Pulsechain, so you'll have to swap it on here. Let's go to, I don't know if it's going to be on here, obviously, straight away. But it should show up here somewhere. On here. So there should be two types of pulse, right? So it should be this pulse and the other pulse. So we'll see. I can't remember what the bridges bring over. Let's have a look on here. Wrap pulse. So this one here. I'm not sure if it has the token on there either, does it? Doesn't have the token in there. I don't see what that is. So let me know if you've got that on the token side. Let us know. I'll just go through a couple of this. Done one E-bridge was smooth. Nice one there, D-Waves. That's the second person. I want some Hex. Don't see it in the Pulsechain wallets. I've sent some Hex. Don't see it in the Pulsechain wallets. I want to bridge over some USDC, lol, but will I be able to unwrap it or trade it with another? So it needs to be in a pair, right? It needs to be a trading pair for that. That's right. So we need, you can bridge stuff in, but then it needs trading pairs, and there'll also be trading pairs. We'll have pairs pop up on the I guess the Uniswap side for that as well. But yeah, let's have a quick look. See, I don't know if they've been supported because it's just gone live, so there'll probably be nothing yet up on Ethereum. So yeah, it's hard to say. Let's have a look there. Yeah, let us know in the chat if you find it. I want to be careful talking about certain tokens when I can't check them, on live. So, Super, you have had 2 years to get ready, lols. Yeah. D Hex in the house there. Let the games begin, Hexkin. Yeah, def 100%. Let's go. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks a lot with the rocket bags. Bridging some dye, so lies beneath there. The third person to bridge some dye in, so it's pretty cool. We're going to try and pull up these pairs as soon as we can. Let me just jump into here and see if I can pick up some of those. That one. See if anyone else has got anything. Just checking some resources here. No, nothing in there of value. All right. Does PLSX currently have a dollar value? Not yet. We'll see it pretty soon once the pools start setting up and they start trading with these wrap versions. Holder Hex is brilliant, 100%. Gas price at the moment is up at 70-80 Gwei on the ETH side. And let's bring up the burn address. PLS burn. That is currently, we've got 1,671 PulseX for a swap at the moment, 100 for a transfer pulse. I just want to get these contract addresses. That's the thing. It's best way to bridge over. What if I bridge wrap pulse? Still okay. Yeah, if you take pulse the other way, so if you take pulse over to the other side, if you take pulse over to Ethereum, we should see what the contract is. If you take pulse over to the Ethereum side, I just can't see that at the moment. And then, of course, you need liquidity pairs set up on the ETH side. So, yeah, it's a lot to do there. Wait and see. Someone's going to do it first, I guess. Glazing, let's go, 100%. Astray, yippee. Yeah, definitely exciting, man. Thailand, woo! It's getting real now, says Condor, 100%. Happy bridge day, says Andrew. Hey, all there from Thailand. Very exciting. Z says, woot. Yeah, good to see it. Still no US dollar value. It's going to take a little bit of time with the bridge stuff over, pull set up. So yeah, I'm not sure how fast that's going to happen, but it should be fairly fast. Let's go, says CryptoPay. Why is no one asking how much prices? Are we just looking at it, not using it, says Pedro. Tell everyone to pump my bags. we're going to refresh the site because as we get information, it's just launched, right? So we're going to get the information in around contracts on ETH and Pulsechain, around the liquidity pools. So yeah, it's all not going to just be like that straight away from the looks of it. We'll see. Still waiting for my transaction. Started 4 minutes ago. Charity says I can't hear you. There we are. How's that? I got the mic up close to my face because I didn't have it up. What else? What's the DAI contract? Well, we've got the tokens in here. This is the Pulse ones here. PulseX, Wrap Pulse, Wrapped ETH, and DAI on the Pulse chain. So yep, and we've got the PulseX ones here. Not sure if it's got PLS on there. We got this Wrap Pulse, which is the one that's already on the chain. That's the DeFi version, the PRC20 version. So nothing as yet on there that I see. So I just can't remember what it was called on the previous testnet. I just can't remember that. What else? We got to the Pulse chain. Now, if you find it before I do, let us know in the chat there, right? So if you find it before I do, some of the contracts, let us know. We'll check them. It's going to probably not show up. We'll see. Yeah, there's not much help at the moment because this is really struggling, the browser at the moment. We'll slowly get the information out, though. We'll slowly get the information out. Anyone still see Hex on TradingView? What's the price of PulseX? Well, price of PulseX yet we don't know. We just got the ratios at the moment still in here. Dex screener has not yet got anything through yet, so no volumes yet up on here. We're waiting for things to set up. What else there? Let's have a look here. The cat has rugged us, says Wookie. Yeah, it did for a second. Why does it say I have 0 pulse at the bridge? Not sure. Good morning, all. Made the live show. Woohoo! Yeah, exciting, Neil. Great White says just tried to transfer some DAI across, but failed due to not enough ETH. Yeah, that's what I said. You have to make sure you have gas on the ETH side. So if you're sending stuff over from the Ethereum chain, let's switch that back to Ethereum chain. You need to be on the Ethereum chain. See, I'm on the Ethereum chain. I'm on the Ethereum side of the bridge. You need to then select your token. So if you're sending ETH, you will need to have some ETH for the gas fee to send it back over, to send the ETH over to the Pulse chain. So important there. What about the pools? Yeah, we're waiting for the pools. How to get the DAI contract? We're waiting for that. So obviously, if you've got your wallet and you've got the wallet there, you should be able to see the DAI, all the stuff here. You should be able to see that. Yep, so wrapped ETH. Have a look on this one. Let me swap over this. Let me swap the account. Let me move to my number 2 account. All right, is that going to show? Let me refresh this. It's not reading that. Probably because I don't have enough in there. I've only got a little bit of gas in that one, so that's no use. Let us jump over to some of these others. Just so if you've got any insights, let us know. Where's the Hex address? WX, and they don't know yet. We're trying to look for it. Press transaction tab. You got transaction tab, but let's see. We've got nothing in there at the moment. So make transfer. That's going to bring us to that. Academia, the tears are flying. Yeah, indeed. Let me jump through that. Hex Papa, good to see you. I'm to the right there. Can't figure out how to claim. Well, I did post those 2 video tutorials in the chat there, so you can use those. In our useful Discord, we've got Discord. We've got videos there on that. The problem is I can't watch them while I'm live streaming to remind myself of the steps there, but they're definitely in there under use video tutorials using the old test nets. All right, we're up to. I see my PHEX, says Otis. Nice one, well done. So Otis can see his PX, which is cool. So that's on the Pulse chain side. So if you send over X here and you flip that around, let me just flip that back over. to Pulsechain, then you will see your Pulsechain hex, I guess. We've got 2 hexes, so it's one of these 2. The problem is they can't pull up the contract with these. That's a problem. That's why I'm not pulling the contract up, because I can't see how to pull that up on there. Rising Tide said, don't get it. Can't I connect to the bridge and swap from ETH USDC to wrap USDC and get Pulse to go to the PulseX swap? You should be able to do that, yeah. But I just don't know the liquidity pools are up yet. So what would that be? What would that be? That'd be EHEX. That'd be PHEX maybe. PHEX. Let's have a look. It's not showing up. So yeah, I'm not sure how fast the pools are going to show up. That's the thing. So yeah. PHEX. Let's go to tokens. So these are all the existing ones that we've got. So it might take a little bit since the bridge just opened. We'll see how we get on here. Hey, welcome everybody. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the bell on the way in, smash the like button, and of course join our Discord. It is free, and we'll have all the links up in due course. Even if we can't get them up straight away on this live stream, we will do our best to get them all up under useful links. We've got all the Pulsechain links there. So don't forget to smash the subscribe button. We can't sleep now, says Ecodecimated. Me too. I was about to have lunch, and we got more important stuff. The bridge is on. Hello, Superman. Do you know how we get the PLS for gas? I did in my first video today. I did 3 ways of getting gas, so they're definitely up and running. You can watch my first live stream about that. Free Pulse. Randy Alaska is doing a Patreon for that. 10,000 Pulse, and Jacob from BNB Pot is doing some sort of gasless claim for PLS, where you just paste your address in. So some cool stuff coming. Those are the 3 options that you have if you don't have any Pulse. Other than that, you got the bridge now. The bridge is also that's option number 4. Whenever I try to claim, it says transaction not found, says DGN. Wrap Pulse will be still there, the same as Pulse. So we should have 3 pulses on. We'll have 3 pulses. So sorry, we'll have Pulse coin. We'll have Wrap Pulse, which we've already got. And then the bridged over one, we will have, I guess we'll have ePulse. That would be coming over on the Pulsechain bridge, but that's not showing up at the moment. In terms of this pool here, you'd have to bridge over. The ETH side to get over there, but we don't have any. We need any pools between the wrapped stuff that comes over the bridge and the Pulsechain token, the Wrap Pulse token. So that would be Wrap Pulse. So this one here, we need some binding pairs here. I can't see any at the moment, and I'm not sure whether Richard's got some contracts out. Let's have a look. Check Richard. Be cool if we got some. There we are. So we've got some another tweet there from Richard. So what is this one saying? Watch the bridge deposits in real time. So there's some bridge deposits. That's cool. So let's have a look at that. So this is on Etherscan, and we've got some bridge deposits in real time. So I'll post this link to you. You guys can check it out. Cool. I'll post that in the chat there. Bam. Cool. Still no liquidity. Yeah, it's going to take a while for it to set up, right? It's going to take a while. You got to do the bridge, and then the pools have to get filled up. So yeah, thanks for sharing the news live. Second live stream, says John. Yeah, you're welcome, man. We were waiting for this pretty hardcore. So I'm going to scroll down through a lot of these comments. There's so many comments in there, but that is the link to this one here. So we're going to have a quick look at that, and we can see a lot of these stuff bridging over here. So this one here looks like it's done. We'll just have a little random look in here. So cool. US dollars here. So nice. Okay, so interacted with this contract. Let's see what that is. Relay tokens. 3 addresses found by that. Let's have a look at what else they got in here. So some US dollars. Let's look at this one. USDC as well. That's just going into the contract on one side. So that's the stuff leaving Ethereum. Relay tokens, all pending. So we'll look at this one. So let me think about that. So that's going interact with this contract, the bridge contract here. It's going to this account. Let's have a look at that account then. That's got all the US dollars in it. So that's being held by the bridge. Those have been locked in by the bridge on the bridge side. And I guess it's going to relay over to someone else. Let's have a look here. What do we got the quantity that's in the USDC? And I guess that's what they're getting on this side. I guess we're not going to see that happen. I guess we're not going to see the swap over to the Pulsechain side, is my guess. So I'm not sure whether that would show that. More details. Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to see that side. We've got the address token, address receiver. Not sure if we're going to see that from here. In any case, we can see the stuff leaving Ethereum. What bridge is open? There's about 100 MEV bot spam posts in the thread. So just trying to be careful about that. So that's that. So all right, that's cool. Let us go away from that. That is a comment there. Let's see what else we've got going here. Put a number one on the Pulse, Superman. Put a number one on the Pulse. That's you mean on here? What you mean? Oh, you're talking about the search. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Talking about up here on here, like that. Is that what you're meaning? That's what you mean. But look here. Hex. That's going to be called actually Hex. P-Hex, Pulse Hex, Hex 2, Hex a Pulse to P-Hex. Not sure if that's that one either. All the contract addresses on the scan website. Yeah, no, but it's not really working that well at the moment. I have a stuck transaction USDC bridge can't claim. How many Pulse equal 1 Ethereum? We'll find out. Arc says the price of Pulse is at 1 cent circa. Really? Where are you seeing that? So we'll look on that one. I don't know if there's any. You're talking about this one, PLX. That's a wild card. Yeah. Is there wild cards on this? I'm not sure. Are we ampersand with it? I'm not sure if it has. I only check for wild cards on deck screen here. PLS Pulsechain. Let's have a look at this one. PLS. That's on not the right chains though. Might take a little while to pop up. We're front running. The bridge is only just open, so it's just hard to know how fast that's going to open up there. We've got Hex at the moment up at 3.258. Gwei is at 68. We've got 2,000 on the Pulse X swap. And I think that's it at the stage. So I'm going to go to, let's go to the scan. We'll try the scan, but it's, what are we going to call it? P-Hex. What's the contract called on there? Let me just go back to that. Let's go to Pulsechain. All right, and we'll go to price there at the moment. Let's go to the last 5 minutes. Wrapped ETH, wrapped Pulse. Wrapped BTC, wrapped USD. Sure if that's got the right contract in it. This has just started, so how long has that been going? That's all here, 15 minutes. That's definitely gone up. Wrapped ETH, the Pulse. That's the existing contract, I think. I think that's the existing joint contract. Let's go back to the bridge. What side am I on? I'm on the right side. What's it going to bring up? Wrapped ETH 18. I think we've already got 8 wrapped ETH on there though. Wrapped ETH. We've already got wrapped ETH on there. So that is ticking away. Let's have a look here. Let's see what else comments we've got. Let's go to the top here. Great White's got scam pulsechain.com token. Yep. What else? So I have USD Tether on Binance. I need to bridge to Ethereum and then bridge to Pulsechain. Then I can Pulse. Yeah, you'd need to do that, Gracie. Switch it over to Ethereum first, so you'd have to transfer that out of Binance. What's the stable coin? Well, we got USDT. We got 3 stable coins from Ethereum side. I'm just trying to get the contracts for the wrap versions. That's what I'm trying to find. Yeah, we've got ETH there, Hex, wrapped ETH, DAI, USDC, USD Tether, and we got the DAI. So this looks like, oh, here we are. So we've got the DAI here, USDC, Hex, and wrap Pulse. So this is the on the Pulse chain side from the looks of it. But I just don't know what that is on the actual contract. So I just can't seem to get the contract from here. So yeah, let's retweet that. So let's go to the tweets there. Watch the bridge deposits. And I might open that up there, pulsechain.com. Live. Yeah, that's all old. So let us know if you've got any of those at the moment so we can find these contract addresses as a team. Can we buy PHEX now? It should be pretty soon. Yeah, kind of trying to pull them up manually now. Sup, y'all? Exciting times to be smart out there, says Toby1. Yeah, trying to find these contract addresses at the moment. That's what we're trying to do. Good to see you, Toby1. I'm chilling and eating delicious cheeseburger. No need to rush, 100%. There's no need to rush. We're just trying to find these contracts as quick as possible. OK's in the house there. So under transactions, it shows my transaction. But when I click claim, it says no transaction found. Yeah, well, you're probably not. It's probably because of the Explorer there. That's probably the issue. If you're using the Explorer, I'm taking that's what you're talking about. Then you can say wrap these to Pulse. Yes, you should be able to do that if the liquidity pool's been set up, but it might be quite thin at the beginning. That's the issue. So you got that slippage issue and liquidity issue. So under transactions tab on bridge, the receiving transaction is blank, which means it's still pending. Yeah, there were quite a few pending ones coming over from the bridge. Richard pulled that up on Etherscan. So we get the relay here. These are from the Ethereum side, sending stuff over, but I'm not sure. Obviously, it gets locked over the bridge, and then you get it issued on the Pulsechain side. So it's not clear to me where that's happening on here, and I don't have time to go through the contract. And I'm not sure that will help me in any case. So look here. Yeah, not sure that's going to help me much. The upgraded binary mutation. Don't know if that's going to mean anything. But in any case, the transactions are going through there. How many tokens are in there? Oh man, quite a few. So Hex there's on there, wrapped ETH, USDC, DAI, Tether, Hedron, Chainlink, USDC, SHIB, Matic, Pulse Dogecoin, Pulse Bitcoin, Pepe, Floki, Zen Crypto. There's a little bit of that so far at the moment. Just trying to see where this has got. Doesn't have the where it has the contracts for the Pulsechain side. Yeah, just not creator address. create a hash. 3 addresses found. Not sure what that's going to help us with. No, that's other chains. So yeah, anyway, there's $9.3 million so far in the holding address so far, and that's just open. So that's pretty impressive. That's pretty good. 10 seconds. So you've got all these pending ones here at the moment. So if anyone finds any of those information that we're talking about, contract addresses, let us know in the chat there. Pulse USDC shows 0.7 cents and rising. Yeah, I'm just not sure whether those are the legit. That's the USD tether is the bridge one. That's the existing one, the copy. So I wouldn't be too much on that one. What else we got going on here? Crypto Pantainer says I cried ETH to wrap ETH on Pulsechain, and when I go to claim it says no transaction found. Yeah, it sounds like you're not the only one to have that issue so far. I need wrapped ETH Pulsechain. I can't believe they didn't put it on PulseX already. What else there? Can I trade my PulseX to DAI? You should be able to once the liquidity pool is running. Yeah. We've got T Deli in house. Good to see T Deli. Yes, the bridge is up there, Blobfish King. What else there? Let's have a look here. Coming down there. Scan.pulse token, then search for the token you want. It has the ad. No receiving transaction at the moment. So Great White's got scan pulsechain.com tokens. I don't know if that's going to find it. Have you found it on there, Great White? Let us know if you found it. But I don't know if that's going to give you up the tokens straight away. That's got the existing 5,039 tokens on it, isn't it? There is a lot of transactions going on PulseX Wrap Pulse on Deck Screener. Let's go to that. Let's come back. That's the existing tokens though, right? So that's why I'm trying to find these new contracts. So that's why I've got the last 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes in here to see. It's USD dollar pulse there. And what are you saying? You're talking about PulseX Wrap Pulse. Yeah, those aren't the pairs that we're particularly after, though. DAI X there. Surely not. 36. Yeah, I don't know. That's not showing up. I need proper contract addresses. A bit miffed on that. Wait there. What else there? Where else there? Devs are at work. Yeah, so no doubt the devs are at work there. So we will see. Tell them to make the bridge larger quick. Bridge works fine from Ethereum, but unable to claim on the Pulse side. It reads error, no transaction found. So that's been a common issue there. People selling into DAI before the liquid, they're going to get wrecked. Yep. So yeah, doing the stables that are over on Pulsechain, the copies are no good. You want the bridged versions. So be careful with that, right? That's what I'm saying about these pairs that are trading. This is this is just a normal DAI one, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, these stable coins, yeah, no good. The copies, no good. So waiting for the bridge stables. Thanks, Great White says Crypto Panhandler. But the chart is moving. The bridged assets becomes wrapped and has a different contract address. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's what we're looking for, is the new contracts. To DAI from Ethereum, wrap DAI on Pulse chain have different contract address, 100%. That's what we're looking for. Not looking for the copies, the Pulse chain copies. People trading this is just stupid. That's stupid. I don't think any of these all existing ones. So wanting the contract addresses. An estimated time for when the bridge will be complete. The transaction for wrapped on PulseX info either. We should see it there. Yeah, I've looked at that. Not sure why there is no wrapped ETH or DAI on PulseX by default. Yeah, well, I thought the ticker would be there, so we're just going to be patient here, unfortunately. But don't buy any of the stable coins that got copied over from Pulsechain with the Ethereum fork. Don't buy any of those. They're waiting for the bridge stable coins that people are sending over. So waiting for those contracts. So just take into account. People are DM me in the Discord. No point doing that because it's not. We're not getting any luck there. All right, I'm just jumping through some of these comments. All right, let's see what we've got going on there. We're going to go have a quick look on the Twitter and see if anyone's come up with anything there. I guess we'll go PulseRamp and see if there's anything interesting here that's happening. See if anyone's got some contract addresses at all for the bridge. Little cheese, that's the bridge. Yeah, PulseRamp bridge. So there's any updates here? Let's 70 hours ago. I don't think there's anything that we're looking at there. Yeah. There's bridge live. Once you get the floodgates will open. Look at that. No contract addresses. Definitely waiting for that. Just realized refreshing PulseRamp every few minutes might not work. So yeah, nothing in there. So yeah, we're definitely waiting for the. There does seem like there's some issue there on the other side. People not getting the transaction not showing. So look at the Pulsechain. Yeah, as soon as somebody got some of these, after these wrapped the contracts, so it's a shame they don't have them on here on the bridge. That would have been really handy. Wouldn't have to be mucking around. But yeah, that's what we're waiting for there. Pulsechain. So we got the wrapped PLXX here, wrapped Pulse, wrapped Ethereum, DAI, and then we've got these versions, the Hex DAI USDC. But I can't see what they are, if you know what I mean. Like those are the Pulsechain tokens that you would get on the other side. So if you had these, but I just don't know what these contracts are. So if someone gets those early, let us know. We're up to almost $10 million on the ETH side. So people sending $10 million. That's we're up to at the moment. Yeah. What do we got here? Pending process. Sending USDC coin. And I don't think going to this wallet here gives us much. Just shows us all the dollars in USDC that are in there. That are coming in. So contract there. Yeah, no extra information there. Let's go back out of here. As soon as we get the contract addresses for the chain, we will post them in our Discord. Once we have a clear path, got to remember there's lots of tokens here on both sides. So we're going to expect to have wrap tokens on both sides on Ethereum. So Pulsechain on Ethereum, we'll have that token contract. Then we'll have all these contracts on the Pulsechain side that have come over from Ethereum that are wrapped versions. Those are the contracts we're after. Don't interact with any of the copies of stable coins that were copied over on the Ethereum chain. There's some probably at least at that point at the stage. And devs are at work, so there does appear to be some issues with the receiving at the moment with at least some of the transactions. Some people have said that they've gone through perfectly well from the looks of it. Some people are having some issues. And Pulse Info. Let's go to Pulse Info again. Let's refresh this. Yeah. So I don't know if there's anything. Let me go to the tokens here. What do we got showing up here at the moment? The wrap Pulse. I mean, there's all the existing stuff. So nothing new there from the looks of it. PulseX, wrap Pulse, wrapped Ether. Not sure if that's one there, wrapped Ether. Pulse. Where's the contract for that? Yeah, I'd have to confirm that, but that's on the Ether scan, on the Pulsechain scan. So we're going to go to that. So as soon as we get confirmed contracts, we will, we will try and do a video on that with all the actual contracts until we get certainty around that, because we don't want to lead anyone astray. But yeah, we'll see. All right, let's post that in there. Bam, bam, bam. Is that going to do anything? Let me post that in there. A wrapped 18. Yeah, I think that's the same one I did last time. Boom. All right. Don't FOMO, don't panic, breathe. Yeah. Crypto Panhandler says I manually added wrapped ETH on Pulsechain, but it doesn't show up on the wallet. When I click the transaction on the top of the Pulse bridge, it pops up, but when I click claim, it says no transaction found. Is the bridge alive? It is alive. Relay, is it just getting hammered? So Katie said in Twitter. Is she in Twitter? Oh, yeah. Why I see wrap Pulse to wrapped ETH transactions. I'm not sure if you did that and it's come out something else. So man, I just went over DAI over the bridge, but it's not showing on Pulsechain. Yeah, there's apparently some issue on the other side. So we'll see. They would have tested it, so they would have been confident that that was actually processing. So you might have to just wait. Maybe it's just taking time. I tried to bridge and DAI from ETH, but it's loaded for so long. I hope I didn't lose it all. I don't think you would lose it, LS. It's just gone into the ETH side. So it'll be sitting on the ETH side, locked on one side. So even if they've got some issuing it on the Pulsechain side, they probably can fix that up, because they got keys to all this stuff. I can't find the contract wrap DAI on Pulsechain. Contract, yeah, that's what we're trying to find. I'm trying to find these contracts. You need to wait till Richard and Devs activate the coins on Pulsex. Yeah, that's true. So I think Lucas is right about that. That's what I'm saying. We probably have to wait some time. Even though we're trying to find the stuff, we probably have to wait for that to pop up. Why would they send USDC? They should be sending DAI. Yeah, DAI is the preferred choice, but people can send USDC. It's got the issue there. Hex Token gets Pulsechain and bridge live starts. Yeah, we've covered both of them, which is kind of cool. Fortunately, we don't have all the information we want, but at least we've covered the chain being live, so that's something. Freaking love you, man. I would have been stressing if it was not for you. All for free. God bless you. Hey, you're welcome now, okay? Support the Hex Token and Superman. Hit this like and subscribe button. Definitely do that. I mean, the studio is not working properly. Yeah, definitely smash the like and subscribe button. Yeah, how do I get... So this is what everyone's wanted to do, John. They wanted to get Pulse for gas. As I said to you, there's Randy Luss is going to be doing Patreon, giving 10,000 people that follows Patreon. They'll get 10,000 Pulse. So that might be your quickest thing. The other thing, push, you can ask a friend if you can get someone to give you some Pulse. The next one, free Pulse, is probably going to be starting up at some stage. Obviously, the high gas prices has stopped free Pulse from launching their faucet. There is no official faucet, remember that. And then fourthly, Jacob from BNB Pot is looking to do a gasless faucet, and that could be out pretty soon. They're all post bridge, but they could be out pretty soon. And then of course the bridge is now open, so you should be able to do bridge and stuff, and then be able to swap it. But I don't think everything's quite set up yet. But as soon as we get the contracts and have a clear view of the pools and the contracts that are wrapped over, definitely do that. But don't buy any of the old copies of stablecoins on Pulsechain if you are out there, because they're still the copies and they're still not worth anything. People will fractionalize value them potentially, but you just want to avoid those if you can. Thank you. You're welcome. Bridge is live. Have a great night, day, everybody. I'll play around with it tomorrow. Too tired now. Don't want to make a mistake. Good luck all. Yeah. We'll try and get all the best information out as soon as we can. Why no WHEX or WDAI and Pulsex? That's what we're waiting for. Those pairs. I'm not sure what WHEX is though. Or wrapped Hex. Yeah, we'll wait till we see the contracts there. I'm panicking. I said DAI over the bridge and not seeing anything. It was a large amount too. Like I said to you, it should be okay. That should not be a problem. I won't be getting to worry about that. Yeah, and there is the transaction history. So if you go to the transaction history, you should have your transaction showing up here. You can click the button here, show only unreceived. So if you click that, show only unreceived. So that should be in there too. But once again, they do have keys for the bridge. So any funds that are going in on the ETH side and you're not showing up on the Pulse chain, I'm sure that won't be a problem based on that. All right, let's go here. Oh, he deleted that tweet, did he? There's about 100 of you. Devs are at work. Okay, so that's kind of cool. What else has he got on here? This is from Richard. Right, we're up to right. That's pretty much that at the moment. Let's go into some of the other comments. Congestion with everybody being impatient. Andrew says, "Is there anywhere I can buy Pulsechain or PulseX? And if so, is that what we're doing right now? Want to add more to top up on the sacrifice? Only on Pulsechain. So if you've got assets on Pulsechain, you can do that. And of course, bridging in. Over says KDP said import contract address if that helps. Yeah, but I don't know what the contract addresses are. Over. That's the problem. And we don't know. I don't know what they are. 30-minute wait on some transactions. Yep. Thanks for the last 2 streams, Suitman. Says PLSX. You're welcome. Here we go. Says David 100%. Phone a friend is one of your options. Thankfully, I was able to use one Pulse to swap my PX for the bridge. Really? That's amazing because it's been costing me thousands. Top Gun Hexaden having Q&A on Twitter. Okay, my lunch got interrupted. Yeah. Let's jump through some of this. Dixon says, do I have to have any Pulse in the wallet that's receiving the funds on the Pulse chain from the Ethereum when the bridge happens? You will need funds to do any transaction on the Pulse chain, Dixon. So yeah. Hey Superman, what's the best way to bridge out PLS or PLSX? Now I've got 2 videos, and if you go to into a Discord under useful links, there are 2 videos that I did on the old testnet, and they show you how to bridge and stuff. So they show you all that stuff. Great time to be a Hexkin, says Dave Morales. What is the best way to bridge out PLS or PLSX to ETH? At the moment, it's the bridge. So at the moment, it is PulseRamp, which is this bridge here. And obviously, they've got some few little issues from the looks of it on the receiving side. But Portal X will be out probably within a few weeks, I understand. Maybe KDP's been commenting on that in Twitter. It just needs to relay on the other side, 100%. I'm on the bridge. I bridged over, looked at transaction sheet. It's there unclaimed, but it says doesn't exist when I claim it. Tokens gone from ETH, not on Pulsechain. Yeah, you might just have to wait a bit for the team. There's a little issue there, but the team will sort it, I'm sure. Andrew said the transaction is showing successful, but I can't seem to claim it over on the bridge. So I'm sure there's a little issue there. I'm sure the team's working on it, as Richard Hart said on Twitter. He says the devs are working. Devs are at work. So I guess that's probably the answer there. How do I bridge in native Pulse for transaction? You just have to switch over from one side to the other. So if you're switching from Pulse, you need to be on the Pulse chain side, and you need to have the MetaMask wallet or whatever wallet on Pulse chain, and then you can put the amount of Pulse that you want to put in, wrap Pulse, for example, and let's say you're sending over 1 million. You can do it that way, and you need a little bit of Pulse in your wallet though for the fees. Well, not a little bit. You're going to need some Pulse in there, and then you can send it over. You're going to get 997,000 wrap Pulse. So that is the answer. That's what the token is going to be called on Pulsechain on the Ethereum side. So let's go back to the Pulsechain side. Let's have a look here for Ethereum. We've got wrap PLS. So at the moment, it's got the PulseX peer. Let's have a look down here. I think DexScreen is probably not up to speed on this yet, so that's the reason why it's not showing. So we might have to be a little bit, because it only just went live the bridge. That's what I'm saying. We're trying to get information, but if you've got the contract address, if you've had tokens received, let us know the contract address in the Discord. That'd be useful. That'd be helpful. All right, let me just switch over here. So remember, when you wrap something over, there's going to be a separate contract address for that token. So don't interact with the stable coins that got copied over to Pulsechain. We've got some super stickers in the house, have we? I missed all those, but we got their Ash in the house there. How do I get Pulse so that I can bridge, use the bridge? I only have one Pulse at the moment. Yeah, so I think I went through those 4 options there earlier. You obviously you can Randy Elastic got a Patreon you can join. Obviously, that kind of costs you a bit of money, but that he's got 10,000 Pulse he's going to give away. Free Pulse is on pause at the moment, so you got to keep track of Free Pulse. So you can have some Pulse. I'm not sure how much they're going to give away for that. You can ask a friend, of course. Jacob from BNB Pot's going to have a paste address faucet. So that's coming up. So stay tuned for that on BNB Pot from Jacob. That's probably a good way. And what else? Is there any others? I think that's it. Yeah. What else there? And Archipelago gifted 10 Hex Token memberships. So definitely get those if you haven't got those already. That's pretty cool. Big shout out to you for that. Yeah, pick up those memberships, folks. They're in the chat there. Only Lazkiel's picked one up, but there's heaps of them there. Pick up those channel memberships, folks. They're in the chat there. What else there? Let's jump into there. Hex starting to pump. Nice. Yeah, Hex is up at 3.381 cents at the moment, and Gwei on Ethereum is at 63. So yeah. So if we do, we're on Pulsechain. So if we send something from Pulsechain, let's send some Hex. What's that going to be? It's going to be called Hex on the Ethereum, of course. What else there? PulseX. It's going to be PLSX here. It's got this what it's saying on the Ethereum side. So that's pretty interesting. Let us know if you've got those contracts because we're after them. Waiting for DEX screen to load prices after the bridges are sorted. Yeah, bridge was so congested it took over 8 hours. Not saying that will happen here, but it's possible. Aquarius says error, no transaction found. We're pressing claim option. Yeah, so a lot of people are having that. I think that's what the devs are working on. Richard Hart here's got devs are working at work. So I guess that's what's going on there. I'm not sure if that's reference to the MEV bot spams posted in the thread, but we'll see. If everybody wants to donate some PLS to the bridge validators so they have gas, each of these addresses are a different validator. So if anyone wants to donate some PLS to the bridge validators, so they have gas, each of these addresses are different validator. Okay, so there are some there. So if you want to donate some PLS on the Pulsechain side, that is the link there. You can help out if you're in that position. You want to donate a bit. How to access a list of token addresses? That's what we're after. That's what we're after. Yeah. What else there? Hey guys, I need some Pulse. This person needs some Pulse to finish my bridge swap. I need to send it back. I want to appreciate help. Some people are asking for that. Got to avoid scams, of course. Any of the scams. That is the update there from Richard at the moment. What else have we got going there? I swapped my ETH for wrapped ETH on Pulse Bridge and can't find for help. Go to transactions. Yeah, so go to transactions and you should be able to claim it there. But some people are having issues there. Some people have said that they've actually finished the transaction, but that is the play. And this is where the funds are going. This is the bridge on the ETH side. So we're almost up to $11 million here on the bridge. So that's going into tokens there. We've got lots of tokens. Hex there, number one, almost $4.5 million. Wrapped ETH there to almost $2 million. US dollars, almost $2 million. DAI stable, almost $2 million. $600,000 a DAI. Sorry, USD Tether. Hedron there, 21,000. Chainlink 14. SHIB and others in there as well. LUSD is in there. Interesting. That's the liquidy one. So those are the ones that are going through at the moment from the looks of it. All right. What else are we looking at here? Let's go into the tweets. So we're going to keep track of Richard Hart's tweets. Hopefully we'll get all those contract address. There's no need to rush. So if you're rushing, we're just going to have to be a bit patient there. Hex is actually pumping at the moment. We're up to 3.44 cents on Hex. So it's kind of bullish because it's bullish, right? Pulsechain's bullish. The bridge is bullish. It'll sort itself out. I wouldn't be to get too worried about any transfers. I'm sure they'll all work out. People are used to transactions on Pulse being so fast. They're not used to bridges. They're slow in general. Yep. What is the address for DAI on Pulsechain? You mean the bridge DAI? We're waiting for the bridge DAI. We don't know yet. At least I don't know. There is a PLSX wrap pair on PulseX. Is it valid? I think that's the existing wrapped ETH, the copied version. So yeah, until we get the confirmation of that, we will do. I'll be doing a live stream once I get the have accurate information around the contracts. Bridges live, Mr. Frog is indeed. What else there? MetaMask is all goofy for showing ETH on Pulsechain. My PLS is worth $802 million. That's funny, bro. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Validators need 32 million pulse. Now they need a pulse for gas. No, these are bridge validators from looks of it. Bridge validators. So it's a slightly different setup there. I'm not sure what Richard posted the contract address. Yes, I cannot claim yet. Yep. Let me know in the chat there if you've had a successful bridge. And if you've got the token, the contract tokens, let us know in Discord. Post them in Discord so we know and we can check them, of course. I bought wrapped ETH using the contract address found in source code of bridge. I have now wrapped ETH with $2.8 billion. He says, I don't know about that. That sounds a bit. What's going on? I just bridged my Hex to Pulsechain. Cannot claim. Yeah, so that's what I mean. People not being able to get it on the other side. So let us know if you've had a one that's actually that you've been able to claim. This is the Ethereum Hex contract. This is Ethereum Hex contract on Pulsechain. Ethereum Hex contract on Pulsechain. Oh, you're trying to post advance? Have you posted it in the Discord? Then I can have a look at it. Let me have a look there. No, I haven't seen that in there. Let me look here. No. All right. Yes. If you can post it in the Discord under general chat, that'd be useful. The advance. That would be a first one confirmation. Where else? We're going to go to PulseX. Let's have a refresh here and see whether something's popped up. Let's go back to the overview. Tether, wrapped ETH, wrapped Pulse. Yeah, so page 2, don't know. X in there. DAI stable. DAI stable. That's interesting. That might be something of interest. Goes there. No, one there's interesting. Not sure if this is the original one. Yeah, looks like the original one, doesn't it? Yeah. All right, that's not much help, so we'll wait for that. Let me just type in here. What do we got in here? What do we got? If we go to the bridge, what's it called on the bridge? Let's go back to the bridge. And we're on Pulsechain. And we've got wrap Pulse on the side. So let's switch the bridge on there. Let's go back here. Shane says OX02 3C as the wrapped ETH for Pulse. X liquidity is crap trade. Right. Okay, cool. So that looks like the first one there. Vance says Golkey is tweeting out some contract addresses. Okay, well, let's have a look at that. Cool. Golkey. I didn't spell it right. You got to spell Golkey right. That helps there. Actually, let's find out. Golkey there. Golkey. Is that his name? I thought that was his name. Golkey. Pulse ramp. Pulseramp is live. Yeah, breaking. Pulseramp is live. Golkey. Yeah. There's normally his name always comes up just when I want to have his name come up. Next one is Golkey. Right. Let's find Golkey this way. Where's Golkey? Dip catcher. Where's Golkey? Am I misspelling his name? What's going on there? Golkey. It's not coming up either. Gold. Golkey. What's that not coming up? have to think about what his name is now. Hashtag gold key. Oh, right. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Hashtag gold K. What's your number? K3Y. K3Y. Well, no wonder I didn't get that right. Make sure spell that right there. Gold K3Y underscore. Okay. So look, see if that comes up there. Let's go. Okay. All right. Finally, we got there at the end of the day. All right. There's the bridge contracts. So thank you, Gold Key, you legend. All right. So they've come through. So nice one there. I'll post the copy link to that. Someone else already did, didn't they? But we'll post the links to that. Bam. So cool. That is the link to these contracts. There's some more here. Hex contract for Pulsechain. So bridged in ETH contract on Pulsechain. So wrapped ETH. Let's go into here and go to the info tab. Let's paste that. Wrapped ether from Ethereum. All right, so cool. So I'm going to click on that. It's got 3 pairs: PulseX, Pulse, and wrapped there. So that is the pairing. We're going to save that to our favorites, and we can view that on Pulsechain. So that's the first one. So that is it there. That is the pair. Wrapped ETH from Ethereum. Cool. Big long names, right? Big long names. Were you gonna? Was I gonna type that in and get that right? Probably not, right? So there we are. So that is the one, USDC. So USDC there. Let's pop that in. So let's go back to tokens again and type that in. And USDC, cool. USDC coin from Ethereum. That's kind of cool, and we can view that on there as well. And what else we're going to add in? DAI. DAI, and let's go to tokens and add in DAI. DAI stable from Ethereum. So that's what you're looking for, folks. If you want to type that into there, be in there, and you can view that on the chain. There it is there. What else? We're making some progress now. We've got the contracts. So let's go to type in the fourth one here. Gold key X from Ethereum on Pulsechain. Let's go to here and bam. And Hex from Ethereum. There we are. So token from Ethereum. There we are. That's what we got there. Pretty cool. And yeah, so that is also viewable on the chain. So there we are. There's all our views on the chain there. What else has Gold Key got for us? Let me just copy this into the Discord. Let's post that in there for the moment. That is on Discord. And what else there? Ethereum contracts. So that was bridged Ethereum contract addresses on Pulsechain. Ethereum Hex contract on Pulsechain. So that is the one on the Ethereum side. So let's pull that. I'm going to add that into MetaMask. Let me change my wallet first. Nope. And Ethereum, and pull it into Ethereum. No, is that not coming in there? Yeah, we'll let one more try of that. Where's it gone? Bam. Oh, no, not that one. Where's it gone? Where's my Twitter gone? Over here. OX25. I think that's 18, isn't it? Let me just go back to there, and we've got scan links there. Scan.com. Oh yeah, I guess that's the address. That was what Great White was talking about. But Hex from Ethereum. 225. 225. Hex, Ethereum Hex contract on Pulsechain. Okay, cool. Well, I think we've got all those now, haven't we? We've got all those. So Hex there, 225. So we've got all those. So that's cool. All right. So those are the ones on that side. Now, what's on the Ethereum side for the tokens? That's the question. We've got the Pulsechain ones. Now let's go back into the comments. Hashtag family channel, 100%. I'm not sure if anyone was not being family, but if they weren't. Let's get into some of those comments. When Moon, good sir, says Alex. Man, what's your opinion on incentive coin? I've talked about that a lot in the last couple of days, so fairly bullish on that. With the 40x farms coming up with the next new pools. Yes, they're all there, says Great White. Nice one. Congratulations. Thanks, Great White. Got it, says LS. Nice. All right, so cool. Let's go to where am I? I'm disconnecting. I'm back on Ethereum. So let me go to Pulsechain. I've got too much stuff open now. It's really annoying. But we'll close down all these contracts. Those are all the contracts there. Close all those down. And we probably still don't have anything from these ones, but we will have a look. Let's have a look on what happened there. What happened to Gold Key? I didn't do anything on this, did I? Oh, come on. Seriously, have I lost Gold Key? Seriously, no way. I'm going to find the Gold Key again. What are we doing here? We're going to have a look at let's have a look at the Hex here. Let's have a look at the Hex. And we'll pull it up to Pulsechain there. Let's paste that in. Bam. Import that token. Yep. And Hex here to Pulse. What have we got there? One. Are you serious? One Hex is worth 6,746 Pulse at the moment on the Ethereum side. 5,760. Really? Man, that's some nice powder pulse. If people put that much pulse in there, that's ridiculous. Let's see what that. Let's go to 1,000. 1,000. So that's, I guess it's an 8 ratio, right? That's the problem when you have low liquidity. You put one in there, it's the wrong one. 1,000 Hex. Okay, I guess that makes more sense now. But that's still an 8 to 1, right? 8 to 1. No, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. All right, so those pools are going to get a bit thicker there on the liquidity. Let's get rid of the old chart because that's no good. Let's go to the info, see what else have we got going on there. Yeah, none of them are showing up on here yet that we can see. And have I connected? No, I haven't. Let me connect there. Right, so that's pretty much that on there. We can't see any of them showing up on the leaderboard yet, so that's going to take a little time. And let us know. Let's see in the chat there what's going on. Hopefully I'm not mucking around too much here. RH is calling for more liquidity. Those of you know how to acquire the token you prefer by providing liquidity, this may be an opportunity to earn fees. Not for everybody, of course. Anyone able to claim transactions over the bridge? No, people still taking all the time. 11.5 million bridged. Yep. So the amount of bridged at the moment is 11.5 million. You were quite right there, Bob Farter there. Nice. Tintop says, please go to the official sites to double and triple check the contract addresses of the tokens you're looking for. That's true. RH tweeted, bridges need gas. Yes, we talked about that. That was 17 minutes ago. A bridge. Oh, let me jump back here. So, yeah, if anyone wants to donate some pulse to the bridge validators, so they have gas. Each of these addresses are different validators. So that's for the bridge. 4,000 valid. Yeah, I don't think that's correct. So that's just for the bridge validators. What else? We had this comment here 6 minutes ago. A bridge allows trading pairs to be created or bridged in assets. The people can add liquidity to those pairs if they wish. Specifics later. So this is the thing, right? So you bridge over stuff over, but then you've got to set up the liquidity pools with these pairs. So the first thing is we want to get the contracts. We've got those contracts now on Pulsechain side, but we haven't got the Ethereum side yet. And of course, then people have got the pools have got to set up, and the liquidity is pretty thin, so people have got to set those up. So Yeah. Right. This is quite possibly the most anticlimactic release, says Alex. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit surprising, but I wasn't surprised about, it's really about the claiming. It's not so much about liquidity pools. That's the kind of, we expected that has to be set up. People have to go in first. So that's not, that part's not so much. It's really about the contract addresses. We could have had those up. That would have been nice to have those contract addresses up. That would have been a nice thing. So I think they overlooked that. So the pools, no. The contracts, yes. And the, what else? What were we saying about that? And of course, this for the validated stuff as well. Contract addresses are live. Yep. Hex, of course, is up. Hex is now up at 3.56 cents. So nice little move up higher there on the chain for Ethereum. The Gwei has come back down to 60 Gwei. And on Pulsechain, the fees are down here around 1,600 for a swap at the moment. Right. What else we got going on there? Let's jump away from that. Let's see if the Gold Key's got anything else. Doing a good job there. Picking up the contracts. We've got all that. Yeah, so that's the ones on Pulsechain. But I'm wondering what the Pulse version on the Ethereum side is. What are the contracts for the ones on Ethereum? So I don't know. We can go to Etherscan and do a random search, but you know, that can lead us astray sometimes, and we just don't know what they're going to be called necessarily. So is it going to be EPLS, something like that? So this is what I mean. You don't really want to look for these, but you know, it's just don't know what these going to be called. So we could look up some contract that looks like the logical one, but it could be a wrong one. So just remember that. I'm just doing a quick browse here. So yeah, that could probably not it, but yeah, we'll try and find those ETH contracts as well. But this is the Pulsechain ones. So if you bridged over Ethereum contract addresses for ETH, USDC, DAI, or Hex on Pulsechain, then these are the contracts for those. And next, of course, the liquidity is probably going to be pretty small. And of course, we can't see it on the info tabs because they're not up and running. So you have to actually go into the contracts for the LP and also put it into the trade to see what it is and whether it makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense, don't trade. So yeah, let's go to my favorites. I've got my favorites here somewhere. Where are my favorites here? Can't remember where I put them. Where'd they go? Can't remember. Let's go into, no, not there. My favorites. I can't remember my favorites are. Pools. Save pools here. Well, I did save them, and they didn't go yet. Save tokens. Where are my save tokens? Yeah, they're not showing. All right, so let's go pick them up manually. So what do? We did Hex, didn't we? Let's do the DAI and pick up the DAI and put that in again. Not sure what happened to my favorites. Where my favorites are gone. I might not toggled something off. It's on the. I've put the star on, but trade. Bam. That's the one thing we're gonna have to look at the farms too. So let's put in $1,000. So that's what's saying 413 PulseX for that. Let's go to X $0.1,000. So that makes no sense. And PulseX Pulse 103. So yeah, be careful with those liquidity pools. Not very clear yet at this stage. What else have we got going on here? What we need to see is the price of Bridge Pulse to USD Tether on Ethereum. Yeah. I don't know what the contracts are, so yeah, if you know what the Ethereum sides are, that'd be cool. I still have transaction hanging on the ETH. I'm sure it was a website I can handle. Pulsechain seems to be running flawlessly. Yep, Pulsechain's running fine. Says PLS price at 0.08. We're reading that there, best ever. I'm not sure we were reading that. I lost them and had to re-add them in. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the farms. Are the farms open? No, we've still got the one farm. So we haven't got the other farms open yet, but they'll probably open up too. Hex at the moment moving up to 3.6 cents. So nice little move for Hex as well. What else there we got going there? Just checking to see whether he's got any others there. So that's the others there. Let's see how we're going overall. So far, 11, almost coming up to $12 million has been moved over the bridge. So that's kind of cool. Lots of tokens. We've got 26 tokens, 5 million Hex, 2 million wrapped ETH, 2 million USDC, almost 1.9 million DAI, 600K of USD Tether, 24,000 of Hedron, Chainlink, SHIB, Pulse Bitcoin, LUSD, $2,000, Matic, 1,600, Pulse Dodge, application asset tokens, Pepe Coin, $870. Lots of others there, Zen, Flocky, Phantom, Decentralized Mana. Nice to see some mana going over. That's kind of cool. And then we've got all these other tokens that don't have prices on them showing up. All right. What else we got going? Yeah, Discord. There's the Discord. I definitely check that out. Let me have a look in here. What else there? Let's jump into that. I think that's it. All right, that's pretty much that. Right, Hex at 3.6. So Hex is doing well. The bridge, we've got a few little, just I guess, administrative issues at the moment. But yeah, Gwei is 65, so it's not too bad on the Gwei either. The bridge over stuff, and that's kind of where we are at the moment. What else did I look up? All the contracts? Probably not. It's go to the exchange. Obviously, with the liquidity, people are gonna have to go in and add liquidity, so they're gonna have to add these pairs. So they're gonna have to add this DAI, for example, and add some pairs in here, I guess. So yeah, $10,000. How much is that going to give? 100% of the pool. So there's no pair there for that. For the PulseX, from the looks of it. Pulse shared the pool. Looks like 100%. So I'm not sure whether it's happened yet. I guess that's. I'm just thinking of, is that the most logical pair? So yeah, I guess it is. What else there? We'll see. We're up to an hour and a half almost. Man, it's crazy. We're having good times. All right, so Hex at the moment moving up 3.616. The bridge is a lot. Funds are going up. We're at 11.8 million. We've got the contracts there for the what do we say? We've got contracts there for the Pulsechain side. So if you're bridging stuff from Ethereum over to Pulsechain, you get the Pulsechain side. We've got those contracts, but we don't have the contracts yet for the Ethereum side. So if you're bridging Pulse over to Ethereum, or if you're bridging PulseX over to Ethereum, don't know what those contracts are yet. I presume they're the same, but don't know. Don't know if they get set up a new contract. I guess they're different. Let me think about that. We can always try and take. Let's go to Pulsechain. I don't think that's going to give it. We're going to try it, but I don't think that makes no sense. But we will try it anyway. We're going to try it. Yeah, I think you'd set up it'd be a new one. Right. Yeah, not suspect that it would be, but XPP, USDC, PulseX. Yeah, it doesn't look right at all. So I'm just going to say no to that. Interesting that it came up though. That's the PulseX address. Interesting. That's the Pulsechain one. So we're expecting a Pulse, an Ethereum one. So we've got to find those. We need to still find the Ethereum contracts. What else we got going on here? We've got Craig says, how to add eHex to Pulse? You mean the contracts? Well, you're going to have to just go in and you can do it manually. So if you're talking about, are you talking about the wallet? Let me know if you're talking about the wallet. With the wallet, you're just going to have to be on the Pulsechain side, go in, import the tokens, and add them in. I guess is one way to do it. Golkey's got the contracts for Hex. So if you've got the Hex contracts, this one here, and you just go in and add that. It's got Hex, 8 decimals, add that, bam, import, yeah, and then go back. And so we've got that added in now. So if you want those contracts, here is the tweet for that. If you want to add those in, I guess that's what you're asking. Yeah, there we are. So post that. Wait a minute, one moment, caller. That is the Hex there. That is the contract. Yeah, cool. Unfortunately, I didn't get to eat my lunch, so I'm a little bit winding down here with my my live stream for eating. But we're going to try and keep going, power it through. Yeah, watch out for the liquidity. The liquidity is probably the trading peers are probably not running. There's probably not much liquidity in them, is my guess. Kevin says, can we get the PLS from the testnet faucet thing? I've gone through those options for that. You obviously, these are your options for getting Pulse if you don't have enough. One is asking a friend or a stranger. The second one is, of course, Randy Lasky has a he's going to give 10,000 Pulse to people that sign up to his what is it called? I've forgotten that. Oh, damn it, forgotten that. Patreon. That's right. Number 2 is Free Pulse is not up and running yet, but hopefully they'll get up and running with their free faucet. There is no official faucet. Number 4 is what is number 4? Number 4 is Jacob from BNB Pot is going to be doing a really cool faucet, which is you just paste your address and you don't even have to connect your wallet, and you'll be able to get some Pulse that way. So how much Pulse I do not know, but stay tuned for that. That's coming out. And then obviously the bridge, you're able to bridge over stuff. So hopefully that's cool. It doesn't say eHex WF. No, it's actually a big name. So if you go to the PulseX, we've already done this. If you go to here, go to the info tab, I already pasted this address in, and it's oh no, not that one. Let me take the address here. Let me copy the Hex one. We go to PulseX. You copy the address into PulseX. It's going to bring you up Hex from Ethereum. That's what it's called. So it's got, if it's basically from Ethereum, that's the title of the token there. So if I type in Hex, and it's not going to give me all these tokens at them, which is not helpful, right, for us. So I'm going to Hex from, and it's not typing that in as well. So you see what I mean? You almost basically need to have to put on the, if I type in Ethereum, what's it going to give us? Ethereum push notification, Ethereum DAI stable. So there's one of them. So DAI stable from Ethereum. That's correct. That is the DAI that's bridged over from Ethereum. So that is the wrap version of Ethereum. So Ethereum DAI got locked in on the Ethereum side in the bridge, and you got issued some DAI stable on this side, and that's what it called, DAI stable from Ethereum. I don't know why they got such a long name though. Yeah, I think they should have thought about that a bit more. So that's that one there. So look here. Now we've got moons on Ethereum. I don't know what that is, but that's this one here is the one that you want, the from there, the DAI. So these are the contracts on the Pulsechain, and there's the DAI from Ethereum there. That's the one there. So that's the one that is finding on PulseX. But to import them, you just have to go to import them. Make sure you're on Pulsechain, and then just import them there. That'll have DAI 18. Add that in, import, and you'll see it in your wallet. So pretty easy there. So we've got Hex and DAI, both of those wrapped in versions, but they don't show that up here on the MetaMask, right? It's not going to show you that convention. The convention is going to be here on PulseX. So if we go that one, it's going to bring us DAI and Ethereum. I've already saved to my star, my favorites. I just can't remember how to pull up my favorites on the info tab. Just can't remember. I thought they showed automatically at the top. Maybe they only showed for pools. They show for pools. Say pools will be here, but they're not appearing. Not appearing. I put them there. Where are they? All right, so cool. Hopefully that helps. Which USDC or DAI address I need if I want to sell PulseX without bridging it into ETH? Which USDC or DAI address I need if I want to sell to PulseX without bridging it to ETH? Well, don't sell it into the copies. You don't want to sell it into the Pulsechain copies that got copied from Ethereum. You want to sell it into the wrap versions that came over the bridge, but the liquidity there is not there yet. So just be patient. You don't want to do that. So don't sell into the copies. They're not worth anything. There are people speculating on them, but you don't want to sell into them. And of course, you want to sell to the wrap ones, which we've got the wrap contracts here. So these are the wrap versions. So this is the contracts here that you're talking about there, but the liquidity won't be there, right? Because the liquidity is going to be set up as a second phase. So don't rush into that. Otherwise, you'll get yourself wrecked. What else there? Daniel and House there. So if I want to do a small sell of PulseX, I have to use these contracts. Yeah, but if you don't sell them, the liquidity is not there yet. The liquidity is not there yet. Don't fall for the old trap. Just be cool, sit back and relax. Wait for the liquidity pool to get bigger on the pairs. So just taking that into account. All right, so thanks for replying. You're welcome there. 12.1 million bridged, really? Are we up that high? Yeah, nice. 12.2 million. We're moving up there, Bob. Bob was ahead of me on that one. Free Pulse won't cut it. They're going to be giving out thousands to do a transaction. Basically, you got to buy an exchange now, possibly. I think you're probably going to be right, that QQ, but they're still out there as a possible option. We'll see. They may change their tokenomics on that one, QQ. But you're quite right. It may have sunk their project, possibly, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. But anyway, it looks like Jacob's going to come out with a solution. So he's a pretty friendly, helpful guy, as we see. Tintot says now is the time to acquire. So we are early. Yeah. I should say eHex is very confusing. Yeah, I think they're going to have to fix up some of the naming conventions. So that may occur. Can you change the name of Hex from ETH and minimize so I don't get confused? Well, yeah. What else? Craig says, okay, got the right contract for eHex. It's not showing in my balance on Pulse Network. Have you actually successfully claimed it? Because if you go to the bridge here under transactions, some people were saying they're still having issues with that. So I guess the team will work on that. I wouldn't be too worried about the funds because they've got the keys to the funds. You need to wait. Hex is moving up, almost 3.8 cents on Hex. So it's kind of cool. Let's go to Richard Hart, see if he's got any new tweets. Right. Ethereum gas fees. Let me have a look here. 17 minutes ago, Ethereum gas fees slapping you in the butt as you exit to greener pastures. This is the bridge to Pulsechain contract. All right. So this is on the gas fees. So we can see that the Pulsechain contract is number 4 on the gas burner there. 3% in the last hour is that one. That's pretty cool. Let's go to Ethereum and we'll look for ourselves. We'll go to the burner gas tracker. I may have to go to get a drink, folks, because I haven't had my lunch. So I'm working on fumes here. So all right, 10D. So there we are. 3.92% of gas fees. Congratulations, Pulsechain Pulse gains. We're doing a vampire attack on the network. That's hilarious. That's a 10D there. You can see it there. Nice. I'll post this in the chat there if you want to check it out for yourself. Yeah, it's a little bit of paying, but they're paying fees to the ETH validators, right? So it's not all about that. Anyway, so with trading, wait till the liquidity pools are up properly, man. Don't trade yourself and wreck yourself after all this time. You've waited the time. Just let the liquidity pools get set up. I wouldn't, I know you guys want to think you're going to sell out quickly or something, but I wouldn't bother with that. You're just going to wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's true. Okay, you were right on that. Dr. Sergio says, what happens when you send coins to contract address? Wrapped coin. I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't send random coins. You're going to lose them. How we do buy PulseX? We're waiting for the liquidity pools to set up there. So you have to wait to buy on here. You have to bridge over funds if you're going to bridge stuff over. Wait for the pools to set up. They're not up running yet. Yeah, just be patient. All right. What should I leave it on as I go? I'm going to leave it on the Hex price. I'll leave it on the Pulsechain prices at the moment, shall I? These are the ratios. They're not got US dollars. There's no US dollars yet on the DEX screener. Once there's US dollars on the DEX screener, you should have a bit more confidence with the prices, right? So they'll be following the pools. Now, I don't know what delay they'll be having, but once you do that, you should see the volume pop up here on liquidities. So I'll post this in the chat there. I'll put PulseX first, so you got the right link. But there's no dollars here yet, right? You can see that liquidity volume. And of course, you'll have a bit more confidence in trading when you see the dollar values and the liquidity sizes with the new tokens, with the new token addresses. So take that into account. So be cool, keep cool, don't rush, don't make mistakes, and you'll be good. Doing nothing sometimes is the best strategy. So, yeah. Frank says Hex is about to see a mad pump. Yeah, I think so. I think Hex is starting to move up here, 3.8 cents. Hex is starting to move up. So, hey, look, sometimes you have these issues at the beginning. I think there's a few things they could have done a bit better, but it's basically working. And then once it settles down, it's just it's going to be good. So, wouldn't be too worried about that. What else? Jump through some of these comments. I'm just going to get a sweater on and a drink, so I'll be back in a second. Favorite says in found in tokens next to pools. Yeah, let's. So I'm in tokens here. In tokens next to pools. Your watch list, are you? There's my watch list here. Sorry, I forgot about that. That is my watch list. You're right. Thanks for that. Sometimes you miss the obvious. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. I appreciate that. Thank you. What else? Tutot says yes. On Pulse, you have to add the coin to your wallet first. It will not populate automatically. Yep. Why are there so many transactions? For example, USDT the wrap pools. People, I guess, are sending those tokens. They're the top tokens. You can see that on the actual Etherscan here. This is the tracker. It's tracking the bridge. So this is all the stuff that's going from the Ethereum side. Is this link here. So that is what's coming in. And we can see it's out now up at $12.2 million. So it's just starting, and we just started. It's just going to ramp up. And everything is set up, how to trade Pulse to hit US dollars. Yeah, I'll be covering all that probably tomorrow is my guess. Caltrix says, I'm going to sleep. I hope to wake up to a dollar value on PulseX. Yep. If you sleep well there, Caltrix, if you transfer Pulse on a hardware wallet, will it show as ETH instead of Pulse? ETH instead of Pulse? I don't think so. No, it's just on the blockchain. So your hardware wallet's just interacting with that. So I don't think so. I think you're just going to get it should say ETH or Pulse depending on which blockchain you're on. Is my guess there. PLSX price kind of disappointing. PLS doing much better. You mean on the ratios? I guess you're talking about the ratios there. Hex at the moment, 3.8 cents. The ratios here, we've got PulseX there doing pretty well. Let's go to let me go to the pools here. We're going to come back and have a look at those liquidities. Guys, remember when people bridge stuff over, they've got to add liquidity into the liquidity pools. So they've got to add liquidity into those new bridge pairs. So DAI, for example, they've got to add that. Actually, I've got 2 copies of that. User added DAI, user added DAI. Not sure which one of those are. Yeah, and what else have we got in here? Yeah, user add Hex added. So yeah, people got added liquidity, and then once they do that, then people can trade. But you want to let the big players put the liquidity in first. The small players, you're gonna have all sorts of ranked prices there. All right, cool. Let's go back to the bridge. So the bridge is live. Let us know if you've had a successful transaction and you've actually got that. You've been able to claim it on the other side. So you send up. Some people are having issues with claiming. So let us know if that's gone well for you. And I'm going to have quickly get a sweater on and a drink, and then I'll be back. Right, I'll be back. So just 1 second caller. All right, I'm back. So hope everyone is having a good time. Hex is moving up, and that's nice. All right, let's go back to Richard Hart. Have a refresh there. Yep, so we're definitely a top gas burner. Let me get a top gas burner there. That is a gas burner, so we're sitting at number 3, which is pretty cool. We'll refresh that. Number 3, 4% of the gas burn in the last 3 hours is good old the bridge, and 0.5%. Nice. And so far over the bridge, how much money? $12.8 million so far. The bridge is live. Some people are having claim issues, so let us know if those are resolved. The team, the validators for the bridge have requested some funds. Hey, where is my yonk? That sure is a nice JPEG. Yeah, nice JPEG. Bridge allows trading pairs to be created for bridged-in assets, and then people can add liquidity. So that's the key thing, right? So adding liquidity to PulseX here, people have to add that in. So they have to go to liquidity and add that liquidity in once it comes in. So that's really, really a big deal. And so if you're trying to get in early, maybe you're trying to sell your PulseX. I don't know why you sell your PulseX. I mean, it's kind of crazy trying to sell PulseX. But if you're going to do that, do the crazy stuff, then you'll have to wait till liquidity's bigger, right? You have to wait till liquidity's bigger. So remember that. Why would only DGN sell their PulseX, by the way? Just letting you know, that's a bad move. But hey, you do what you want. You do what you want. The biggest thing in crypto, and you want to sell the tokens of the main, it's crazy. I don't get it. All right. Remember, this is a family channel and a no drama channel. So just remember that. So we don't our chats normally, we try to keep our chats just around the crypto and the community. What else? Let's look in some of these. We got to those comments. Where should I start from here? I haven't got mods. Have we got any mods on? Lies beneath. If you can mod the channel, that'd be good. Just delete any channels that break delete any comments that break our channel rules. What else we got there? Yeah, a few people can't claim, having trouble claiming. But they are asking for Pulse for the validators for the bridge, so we'll see. Superman, did you claim? No, I'm not doing any claims at the moment. I'm not doing any bridging myself. And this is the wallet that I use on this computer is all just play wallets. They're not. There's no I've got no Ethereum in them. So I'll do it on another channel, but I need to bring in some crypto for that. Okay, says True Kiwi Trooper, you are. Hey, thanks for that. Okay. Okay, says, yeah, seems like receiving transactions are pending over an hour. Mad rush, yeah. And there may be, I don't know if there's any technical issue with that at the moment, but definitely Richard said they want, they need to get some funds. So people are donating. If anyone wants to donate some PLS to the bridge validator, so they have gas. Each of these addresses are different validators. So yeah, I'm not sure why the need for that is. I guess it's to help process these transactions. I guess is on the claim side. That's maybe the reason why people are having problems with the claim is that these validators don't have enough gas. I guess is the logic there. So yeah, not sure. Ruth, the dev Ruth in the team, I think she's doing the Pulse Bridge operates there. I'm not sure if they had that in any of her presentations that she had. I can't remember. Looks okay. It says ETH to Pulsechain wrapped ETH, but no receiving transaction. They say, guess we wait and hope. Yeah. The funds won't be lost. They'll just be in there. Quadripack says it would be nice if PulseX worked like Binance, just sending money from your bank account, then convert to whatever you want. Well, that's PortalX. So PortalX is coming. That's going to be a little while away. So PortalX, but the bridge will be working. They'll get the bridge working right in terms of the claim soon enough. With maybe it's just that processing fee that they have with the Pulse and those validators. So it seems to be the case. I think that's probably the issue based on what Richard has put out. But PortalX is going to have Pulsechain added, but I don't think it's be up for a little while. And I know KDP's, I think, on Twitter So I'm not sure if KDP's got anything on that. Let's have a quick look on that. Let's see if KDP's got anything out there on the Portal X. KDP, she's in the Power City team. Pulsechain is live questions. She's going to have one of those. Pulsechain is live, so nothing that I can see there. She might be in one of the other existing Twitter spaces at the moment, as I understand it. But they'll have it so that you can just choose your bridge, and they'll do all the hard work for you, and then they'll give you the token on the other side of Pulsechain, but that's not yet added yet. But over 63 chains are already on there. So that's coming up in the future. So you'll be able to use that as well as the Pulsechain bridge. But Portal X will be using the, because the super aggregator, they'll be using the Pulsechain bridge too. So bottom of the beer, sell shouldn't be a word in your vocab for 2 years. Yeah, I can't believe it. But selling PLSX for Pulse is a wrong move. Is a strong move. Well, people are swapping tokens. That's fine. They have no problem with that. But the ratio's got to 4-1. Maybe when the bridge opens, maybe it goes to 7-1. Maybe it gets a lot worse. Let's have a look at the trade at the moment. Let's do so yeah, it's basically just under 3.9-1, just almost 4-1 on PulseX to Pulse at the moment. So that hasn't really moved at this stage, but it may move. To the high sides. In other words, maybe go 5x. The issue is they haven't solved the high gas fees yet, says Craig. Zenbot spammed up the network. Definitely, I don't know if they're going to, that's just use case. I don't think you're categorizing that correctly, Craig, because that's demand. Demand, if it wasn't them using it, I guess somebody else would be using it. Maybe not as fast, but that's just demand. They're just taking the block space. They're paying for the block space. So yeah, get the spinner out, lies. Yeah. What else have we got going here? Yeah. Tutok says Superman moderators are cleaning the chat. You can still see the messages, but chat cannot. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't realize. I forgot about it. Yeah, I forgot that the studio that I watch it doesn't show the same thing as the studio as the YouTube studio, which is over on my other computer here. What else? David Morales in house says I wouldn't use the bridge until it's been live for a few days and worked out the issues, in my opinion. Some good, careful advice there. People swapping PLSX to PLSX at a 4-1 are bold. That means you think the PLS will outperform PLSX at least 4x. With buy and burn, I don't think so. Yeah, well, that's the counter argument, isn't it, Eon? But we'll see. It's I think the Zen bots are taking priority for the bridge transfer. Just let's see, wait and see. The gas fees are so cheap, though. It's like 20 cents stack price. Yeah. So what is the gas price? Where's burn? Here is the burn at the moment. So yeah, a swap is 1157. It's saying at the moment. The beats are down at 3.3 million. So yeah, interesting. What else we got going here? We're up to 594 million burn on Pulse, 9.7 billion on PulseX. Has that gone up? Yeah, refreshing there. Yeah, not too bad. I won the Zen token. We 104,000 Pulse at the moment. So that's ticking away pretty nice. But there is the gas prices. What else there? What will one hex get you? Let's go to one hex. 114, almost 115 pulse per 1x at the moment on the bridge. So interesting. What will PulseX? PulseX at the moment, 455 PulseX to 1 hex at the moment. That's pretty interesting. So has that got weaker? I think that's got weaker, hasn't it? Yeah. Pulsechain was at like 97 earlier, 95 earlier for 95 for 1 hex, which was pretty strong for Pulsechain versus Hex. What else do we got? Hex at the moment. Make sure if I'm not covering something, let me know in the chat, because we're trying to. I still haven't got the contracts for Pulsechain wrapped on the Ethereum side. So if you've done something like that, if you've sent Pulse over to Ethereum, let me know. And if you've got the contract address of that, we're still after those addresses for the Ethereum side. So we've got the stuff that people have sent from Ethereum over to Pulsechain. We've got the Pulsechain versions of the wrap ones, but we haven't got for these main ones here, but we haven't got the Ethereum side. So let us know if you've got those, if you've done one of those, if you've actually sent stuff away out from Pulsechain over to Ethereum. I will do stuff like that myself, but I've got to do it on another computer, so it won't be doing it on this one. It's nuts, says Craig. Yeah. Let's go, says FL. I love you. I can't claim, says Baruch. Yeah, quite a few not claiming. I'd just be waiting for that. I think it is related to this issue here with the bridge validators. So these are bridge validators, not Pulsechain validators. So yeah. Let's see if they've got some tokens here. Let's have a look at this one. Hopefully this is going to show. We'll see. Is it going to show? It takes a little while. Be patient. Is it going to render? It's going to work? Yes, it is. They got 14 million pulse in there, and this one, 14 million pulse. 8 minutes out. So yeah, I think these guys, so if you're claiming, these guys are going to push your claims. So I think if you've got claims, I think you probably not worry. I think these guys will probably push out those claims. Let me have a look here. I think that's how it's working. So with these validators, that makes, so just like a blockchain validates the blocks, they may be pushing out the pulse that you're getting. So transaction fee, 1900 transaction fee on this one. What else there? Priority fee. Value, it's got 0 value in there though, so I'm not sure what that's. It's got 0 value. What does that mean? Let's look at another one down here. 2B. Okay, it's got 0, so that's not part of that mechanism. So look at, that's got to go into this address though. Yeah. All right. Let's pull up Free Pulse. See if they've got any update on that. I'm going to check my Discord in a second. Yeah, buy. Let's look at that. No, look at that. All right. So what else we got going here? Free Pulse. No, another update from Free Pulse at the moment. All right, so we're up to here. So let's go check Richard Hart again and see where he's at to. We're up to 2 hours on the live stream, emergency live stream. All right, I think we might be getting some work here. Hey, didn't I do that? I did that. I retweeted that. Bam. All right, so what else here? We got 6 minutes ago. These are the contract addresses for Ethereum tokens bridged from Pulsechain bridge to Pulsechain. Add the token contracts to your wallet if you want the tokens to show up in your wallet. And so we've got all these. What do we got? The Gold Key. So Gold Key gave us these ones. So OX02 for wrapped ETH. OX02, yeah. DAI, OXEF. DAI, OXEF, yep. And USDC, OX15. USDC, OX15. And USD Tether, OXOC. USD Tether. Oh, we haven't got that one, so that's a new one. So OXD Tether and Hex OX57. OX57. So they're all right. So well done to Gold Key on that. This is the official drizz ones from Richard Hart. So that's cool. So there we are, folks. Very, very cool. So those are the tokens, and all you have to do is, first of all, if you bridge stuff over, you can go to your wallets and you can import all those tokens. So you can just import them. Not like that. That's the tweet. Not the tweet. You don't import the tweet, but you just basically copy these addresses. The one I haven't got is USD Tether. So you import those and or add USD tether, 6 decimals, add import, and cool. So we've got those ones. So we've got now, we've got Hex, DAI, and USD tether. Can you guess I can add USDC? Import that, add USDC, add that, import. That's cool. So we got what do we got now? We got unfortunately they don't have the naming conventions, right? So you just got to remember what these are. So we got Hex, DAI, USDT, tether, and we're missing one more there. What are we missing? Wrapped ETH. So this is the bridged in wrapped ETH. So yeah, you're just gonna have to remember what they are. It's got 18 decimals there. Play, and those are the tokens. So there we are. Those are the 5 ones that you'd pull in. So if you see from Pulsechain, got to make sure you're on Pulsechain, right? And then that is that. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to post that in the Discord. Where did I get those in house as well? So Richard Hart, everyone. Bridged token addresses. Add MetaMask. Add MetaMask and on PulseX. Okay. Right, so that's that. I'll just send that out to everybody on the Discord. So cool. Put that in there. Nice. All right. All right. So yeah, we have a chat called Pulsechain Help in the chat there. So get into the chat there if you want some help. Don't put it in the main chat for questions. We don't want to be flooded full of questions in the main chat. So especially you, Mr. Froz, you're out there. I know, Mr. Froz, you like to put it wherever you want, but please put it on the right one there. All right. So that's kind of cool. Cool news there. So we are getting info. That's like I say, don't need to really rush to you. You can take your time and just let it thing there. And for all those degens that want to dump their PulseX and Pulse, you're crazy. You're crazy. We've got Hex there at the moment, up at almost 4 cents. Woohoo! So remember at pre-fork, we were at about 6 at the fork block height, at least on the May the 10th. We were open the day on the 11th at around 6.7 cents. So that was the opening price just after the fork. And of course, the market then about 2 days probably realized that they had missed out. And so you had some selling into it. And plus the wick shows some whales are going extra crazy. But we're back up at here at 4 cents. So bullish news. All right. What else have we got going there? PLSX wrapped ETH is a green hill up. Nice. What one is that on? I wonder what that is. Let's go do a roundup here where we're at. So we're at the moment, this was the latest tweet that we just got throughout the contract confirmations, included the USD tether, which we didn't have before. We don't have the contracts yet on the Ethereum side. So if you bridge stuff from Pulsechain to Ethereum, haven't seen any of those yet. So once I find those out, I will let people know. And we'll cover that on a full live stream. We'll do the whole thing. Once there's liquidity, once it feels safe that it's worth talking about, that'll be cool. Now, on the gas side, on Ethereum, people are using the bridge, and the bridge is now number 3. It's got the bronze award. Isn't that cool? So we're right after Uniswap. The Uniswap routers there. Look at that. So we're at number 3. 4.4% on the last 3 hours has been used, and 0.5%, almost more than that on the last 24. Obviously, it's only been open for a few hours. In terms of the total amount bridged over on the Ether thing, we're up to almost $13.7 million, and 30 different tokens being bridged over. The top one being Hex, almost $6.5 million. Wrapped ETH there, 2.3 million. USDC 2.2, almost 2 million on DAI, 620 on USD Tether, Hedron 30K, and so on. Then we've got smaller ones, Link, SHIB, and many others, including LUSD stable. So out of these 2, we've got how many stables? We've got USD Tether, DAI, USD, and USDC. That's 3. And we've got a little bit of LUSD in there, $2,000. So that's a stable coin. That's 4 of them. And then we've got some meme coins and lots of other stuff in there. So Yeah, cool. That's pretty much where we are there. You can see the processing. They're actually processing pretty well, but I think it's the claim side that's the issue. And the issue is because the validators that are validating these need more pulse. Well, it looked like they did get more pulse, so hopefully that's going to be processing through for them. And let us know if you've been able to claim yet. If maybe you had a bit slow, if you've been able to claim that, let us know. The gas prices on Ethereum at the moment are still elevated. We're up at 4.7 million beats or Gwei, and doing a swap at the moment, 1641. Doing a transfer for PRC20 tokens of 703 pulse and 98 pulse for transferring the pulse coin on the chain on there. Looking at the ratios, we've got 1 hex at the moment, 437 pulse X. That's come down a little bit there. In terms of pulse, 1 hex is 108 pulse. That went below 100 earlier today. That was the first time I'd seen it go quite that low. It's been as high as 150 that I've seen, but it's now 108. In terms of pulse to pulse X, we can see that the ratio is around about 4 to 1, 4 to 1 there on the ratio. So that's pretty cool. This is $100 at sacrifice price, so it gives you an idea on that one. And the incentive token at the moment, if we go to the tokens here on PulseX, we can see that the ratio is 105,000 pulse per incentive token. So the incentive token there that's the ratio. The farm's not open. We don't see new farms yet, but that's what we're looking out for in terms of the yield farming strategy. We're looking for the 3 new farms. Expecting DAI Pulse up next. There'll be a 10x multiplier, but the real game changer is going to be the incentive Pulse X pools, and we're waiting for those to pop up there with potentially a 40x multiplier on the farm if they're the same as what happened on testnet v4, and that we could see some big moves there. All right, that's pretty much it. The last hour, let's look at the hot stuff here. Yeah, got some stuff in here. Hopefully we'll get the tokens allocated. We've got no US dollars prices showing up on the deck screening yet. So we'll just have to be patient for that. They will pop up. We're just going to be patient there. Hex at the moment having a nice little rally, almost back at 4 cents, which is really, really cool. If you argue that 6.6 cents, 6.7 cents was the block height fork, then that would get you down to about 3.3, 3.4. And now we're back up to 4 cents on the bridge. So positive news there, up 26% on the 24 hours on the ETH chain as for Hex. Pretty cool. Right, we've got Gwei 71 Gwei on Ethereum at the moment. Goldkey was giving us some nice stuff there with the contracts. Still don't know the contracts on the Ethereum yet, so trying to still get those. So that would be cool to get those. But you can just import the tokens here into your wallet based on Richard Hart's address updates here. There's official addresses on the Pulsechain side. So if you bridge stuff from Ethereum, this is what they would be. I still think there's a little issue around the convention, the ticket convention. That's a bit confusing. So hopefully they sort that out. But in any case, the funds are coming over. Oh, look at that. 4.1 almost. PulseX to Pulse. 4.1 almost. Oh, boy. Pulse under demand there. So interesting. So what else we got going there? The burn. Let's have a look at the PulseX burn. It's going pretty well as well. 9.71 billion. So we're almost up to 10 billion PulseX burned. And we're in day 4, aren't we? The beginning of day 4. So pretty cool. Have a look at some of these. Now, these are not economic to claim yourself at the moment. So they're not really economic. I wouldn't go around doing that. You'd want something that's got millions of LP to make that profitable. So you'd want one of them with millions of LP, but they're all pretty small. So I wouldn't go and claim it. If you do see something with millions and you think you might want to claim it for profit, you have to hit the little green button and then hit the burn button and then hit aggressive, because you're going to have to outbeat everybody else that might see something with a couple of million LP tokens in there. So this is a little bit of a Blues Clues there. In terms of the farms here, the info, you go to info, and if you want to look at these contracts, you can pick up these contracts that are on this side. This is on the Pulsechain. These are stuff that's being bridged in. If you want to see the bridged in pairs, you can add them in to the info, and they'll pull up that token. So here we are. You can see it's wrapped ETH from Ethereum. And of course, I would hit the little yellow button to show your favorites. We'll show the related pools, I guess, for that eventually. It doesn't seem to show it at the moment. But you click on that button there, and it should show you any pools. Looks like we've got a couple here. I'm not sure if that's correct, though. That's what it's saying. So yeah, wrapped ETH pools, WE, I guess so. But it doesn't show up any values. I'm not expecting values to show up probably till Saturday or Sunday. And as I read out earlier today, the Pulsechain dev indicated back on a tweet on the 26th of April that the info pages for PulseX needs to have been deployed for 7 days. So the info pages need to be deployed for 7 days. The indexer generates data for each day, and the UI queries back 7 days of block data. The pricing takes 24 hours after value has been transferred. So we may see this happen, probably Saturday, Sunday with the values, but we may, the earliest scenario, depending on when they started the indexing, would be Thursday in my view, but probably Saturday, Sunday. So we'll see how we go with these dollar signs. That will help a lot of people not be confused. Cool. What else have we got going there? Let me have a look at some of these comments. That was our run through, so I'm just trying to catch up at the moment. Bob Farder says EHEX is 1.79 PHEX on PulseX. That would mean EHEX 4 cents, and PHEX would be 0.7 cents, says Bob Farder. That's pretty interesting. PulseRamp is stuck. Is it stuck? Let us know if you've had start transactions that you had to claim. If you had to claim in here, let us know. And if they've come through finally, let us know about that. New sub says Dialer, great content. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Dialer Tidden. Tin Top says there is so much demand on the bridge. I don't know if it will hodl. I might burst like a balloon and throw tokens everywhere. Best thing is to do nothing, Tin Top. The best thing is to do nothing. I'm seriously. And when I see people say, "Oh, I want to sell my PulseX into some DAI," I'm like, "What the heck, man? Why would you do that?" Unless you're getting some insane rate early on, like it was the liquidity pair was in your favor, I would be very careful about that. And of course, the liquidity pools are just being set up, so might take a little while for the big money. You need the big money to come in, right, to set up the liquidity pair, so there's plenty of liquidity. So yeah. What do we have here? We're up to on the PulseX. So if I got any of those copies in, let's bridge in. Let's use, what are we going to do here? We'll use USDC. USDC? No, let's use DAI. Let's use DAI or USDC. USDC. Let's use this USDC. And let's put that in here. Import. Yep. So you can import all these into the pool here if you're going to add liquidity. I don't think any of this makes any sense whatsoever. So US dollars to PulseX, yeah. So none of it makes. Let's put in $100. Oh, wrong computer. $100. $1,000. Yeah. So none of this makes any sense at the stage. So I guess got to find the right peers. We'll try and get the right peers, but that's not pairing up. Import forward, that doesn't pair up either. Yeah, what else? We find the X pair. Let me pull that in. $100, 8.77. So none of that stuff makes sense at the moment. So we'll have to wait till that all makes sense in terms of the liquidity pairs. Excuse me. I got the him bug there. All right, what else? We've got a super sticker in the house, have we? We have to jump into that. That's Jesse James. I've been waiting to claim for 2 hours, says Jesse James. Well, like I said, I think they'll get onto it eventually. I think it will get around, but let us know how you get on in Discord. Hopefully that works out for you. Let us know. Thanks very much for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's go through. Has anyone else been having claims go through? Right, let's go back into Hex. At the moment, Hex is at, almost 4 cents. Looking good there. And, of course, let's look at the pairs here. We can see the top trading here. I'll actually make that a bit bigger because it's a bit small. That is the top trading pairs of the Richard Heart tokens at the moment. 109,000 for an incentive token at the moment. Pretty cool. Let's go to Richard Heart. Let me know if I'm stuck on the wrong page because it can occasionally happen. So look there. So we've got that update. So another update here 12 minutes ago. Number 3 and number 6 are bridge Pulsechain. Number 13 is Hex.com. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, Hex is doing really well on the old bridge. So what do you say? Number 3 and 6. So number 6 is 55 here. So it's pretty cool. So 55 is number 6. Number 3, these are all Pulsechain bridge. And yeah, number 13 there is the Hex.com contract. So yeah, like a boss. Cool. We've got another super sticker in there. We've got another super sticker in there for Jesse James again. Double down. Nice one, Jesse. Appreciate that. Thanks for all you do, Superman. Your streams are top notch. Thank you. Appreciate that, Jesse. Yeah. We try to focus just on the crypto and the positive community. And we are a family channel, no drama channel, because that distracts us from pumping our bags. We don't want to be distracted from pumping our bags with drama. Not enough drama at home, right? I'm just kidding. No drama at home, but you get my point. Depends on your dynamics, I guess. So special thanks to Jesse James there for the 2 super stickers. All right, what else we got going on here? So we're doing a cool thing. We're pumping through on the ETH chain. The Gwei at the moment, 55 Gwei, so it's not too bad actually under the circumstances, which is kind of cool. The bridge itself, let's have a look how much is going through there. $14.1 million, so it's going through pretty nicely. 30 tokens, and definitely wrapped ETH. What are the favorites here? Hex, $6.6 million Hex, so that's being bridged over. Probably people are going to pair that up with the old Hex there. Let's go see whether that's bridged in yet, since it's the biggest pair. Let's go to where are we going to go? Yeah, exchange. And where are we going here? We're going to go to Hex. And what else? We're going to bring that contract up with the Hex contract. Let's go back down here. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here it is here. So we'll bring that. I already had imported it, but I'm just trying to make sure I get the right one there. Paste. Let's see if this works. So 100,000 to 16,000. So not quite right there at the moment, is it? It's not quite matching in there. I don't know. People can bridge it over. Maybe they haven't been able to claim it. Maybe it's people haven't really set it up much. But you expect this to be some ratio. So 10,000 to 10. Oh, that's not too bad. 10,000 to 10,000. Really? Oh, that's looking better. What the heck? Let's switch it around. 10,000. What's going on there? 10,000 to 4,777. So that's pretty crazy. Hey, we got OK in with the super sticker. Hey, I appreciate that. OK, thank you very much. And yeah, I like it. Nice. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, what else we got going? Where do we see Pulse and Pulse Hex prices on Pulsechain? Hex prices? Well, that's what we're trying to play around with at the moment. So we're just checking through that at the moment. Liquidity pools not quite set up, trying to make sure we get the right ones. DB Cooper, I think a lot of people are having claim issues, so we may not have a lot of funds going into those pools quite yet. Exciting times. Woohoo, says DB, 100%. Roby1 says, can't claim bridge tokens, getting error. Yeah, quite a few people are having that. So I'm not sure it's everybody. Quite a few people are having that. Let me know if you've had a successful claim on the bridge. Let us know if that's the case. Space DOO says, I saw huge cracks image from Australia on Twitter. Yeah, I'm not in Australia, so I'm fine. Are they far from your home? They're very far from my home. I'm not living in Australia. There's Space D007. Yes, Robbie, one same. Yep. No claim for me yet, says Charity. Okay, so you're not claimed yet. Hex to EHEX on Pulse X suffering for low liquidity. And at the moment, it's a figure meaningless. Yeah. Well, we've got that up at the moment. That doesn't seem to match up very well. Do you think it's due to congestion? Well, we know that Richard asked for a pulse to the validators, the bridge validators. So we know that much. So I guess they're processing. I don't know if there's a technical issue for the claim as opposed to bridge validating issue. But these ones seem to have millions of pulse in them, so they should be fine. That top one, we checked the top wallet, millions of pulse. So they're probably on some sort of rotation though. So yeah, this one here too should be fine. So yep. What else? But the other thing, we don't know the contracts on the Ethereum side yet for Pulsechain. No one's posted any of them. I haven't seen any post of the Pulse version on Ethereum. Pulse on Ethereum. I haven't seen that contract. Wrapped ETH, I haven't seen that contract. And wrapped incentive token, haven't seen that contract. So if anyone's actually sent stuff out of Pulsechain to Ethereum, let us know. I'm going to do it later myself if someone else doesn't do it. But yeah, I don't know what that is yet at this stage. Mr. Crypto 3 has been waiting 1 hour and 20 minutes to claim my USD. Okay, cool. Still no claim for Pulsechain blockchain. Yeah, so it seems like that is a big issue. So even though we see the stuff, we see stuff here. So this is all the stuff from Ethereum going in. We're at 14.2 million. Probably quite a few people haven't actually claimed. Now, early on in the live stream, we had 1 2 people said that they appeared to have claimed successfully. So yeah, at the moment it seems to be liberty or death. What's the other hex you're appearing? This is the bridged in. So this is the, where we go here. This is the bridged in Ethereum from Pulse. So this is the bridged in Ethereum. So it's on the Pulsechain side versus the Hex side. So yeah, that's what it's got at that moment, 2-to-1 ratio. Hex at the moment is at just under 4 cents, so 3.924 is on the ETH chain. In terms of the ratios, yeah, I don't think we have them pulled in here yet, so I don't think there's any bridged in. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be on here anyway. Let's pull in the contracts. It's going to be Pulsechain. Let me think about that. Let's pull that in. So we're going to go back up here and let's pull up the Hex on Pulsechain. Let's see if that comes up on Dex Screener yet. PulseX. So that's on PulseX. So that is coming up. Which one should we save here? Look here. Hex from Ethereum. Hex, that's a normal Hex, I guess. Yep, 3.9. That's normal Hex. Hex 225. So this is the new one. So the existing Hex is 3.9, which is a standard Hex contract. The wrapped in Hex is D225. So that makes a lot of sense. But we've got much, doesn't actually show much in there. Let's have a look on that one. What's it going to tell us? Not much, probably. Ouchie, ouchie. I don't know. Someone's probably had some bad action on that chain based on there. We got some trades on there. 7.58 Hex got 1,000 wrap pulse. 10, so that's 10 to 16, isn't it? So 1 to 16. 1 Hex to 16 pulse. That's a bad trade. That's a bad trade. 10. It's not many trades, but they're ticking away. So that is the Hex to PLS. That's the bridge one on Pulsechain. So yeah, early days. What else we got here? Just DC. Let's try that. Did I save that to my favorites? I'm not sure if I did. Yeah, I did. Let's have a look at this. Thanks for your patience, everybody. I know this is a bit like Matt can be a little bit. Just got to be a bit patient with the setup. So there's a couple of things, right? People got to send stuff over. There seems to be a bit of issue about the claiming at the moment, and then so then claiming and then setting up. Then the second stage after you actually do claim is to set up liquidity pools, and then we've got to wait to that to get sort of a healthy level where you're getting the right balances. Once it's set up, so sometimes it's best just to wait, and then there's going to be a delay for PulseX anyway to show the prices up. I don't know when Dex Screener's going to, obviously we're looking at a couple of Dex Screener ones, but in terms of the dollars, we're going to have to be a bit patient with that sort of phase. So the first week's going to be a bit like this, if you imagine. It's going to be a bit of a just patiently, which is actually kind of good for value in my view. Obviously for those who are trying to get quick bucks, then you've got to be a bit on the front foot. Take a few risks, but for the rest of us, we'll just sit back and let it just set itself up, sort of like just ramping itself up, blowing up like a balloon, and it'll get there in the end. All right, what else got here? So USD coin from Ethereum. So at least on the Dex Screener, they're putting the details on there, which is kind of cool. So we've got USDC wrap pulse, which is nice, and we can see the contract there, 1F07. which is what Richard's put up here, 1F07 for the USDC. And so that's kind of cool. Where we go up here. So I'm on the wrong one there. Sorry about that. Just moving all these damn screens around. All right, let's go to this one. And let's have a look here at the moment. Oh, look at that. That's crazy stuff there. We've got a minute chart. We don't need a minute chart on this. No, 5 minutes. Is it just launched? I think, is it just launched? I don't know. But so look, some trades. See if we've got some trades on there. Three little ones here. So you can see it's just popped up here, folks. So just take your time. Don't want to rush in too much unless you think you got some crazy stuff. So this is USDC wrap pulse. So the USDC is the Bridgeton pulse. Sorry, the USDC is the Bridgeton USDC, and the wrap stuff there, I think. So we've got the contracts here. So that's the Bridgeton USDC, and 9827, I think, is the wrap pulse. So yeah. I can't remember the contract off by heart, but I think that is the case. Let's go to the info tab, and let me go to wrap pulse, and let me have a look at the contract of the wrap pulse. This is remember we got Pulse is the coin of Pulsechain, and then of course for the DeFi pools, just like in Ethereum is the coin, but you have wrapped Ethereum on the actual pools for the DeFi. They're basically a ERC20 contract for wrapped ETH. And then, of course, we've got a wrap pulse, which is a PRC20 coin. And it just allows you to move more functionality with the DeFi. And that's why you see those things in liquidity pools rather than the coin. And then, of course, but when you bridge over stuff, you've got wrapped technology wrapping that over. So it can be a little confusion there. So there is the 9827. So that does appear to be good. 9827. So yeah, so just this confirmation, we've taken it nice and slow. We didn't rush into that, but this is Bridgeton USDC versus the wrap pulse. So this is good, but it's just brand new, so there's hardly anything in it from the looks of it. So we'll have to wait till that proceeds there. It just looks like it's just popped up there. These numbers are pretty bizarre, so we'll see what happens. I don't know how much stuff has actually been claimed in the liquidity pools yet. Seems to be stuck. We've had 14.4 million US dollars now pump over there at this stage. So that's the US dollars that we were just looking at there, 2.3 million. So yeah, be cautious out there using any of those liquidities. We're looking at them on this live stream, but you can see that it doesn't look like it's quite the volume set up there yet. I'll keep myself from being impaled on the phalanx of gas fees, and I suggest others do so as well, says Tortoise Johnny, from someone who cares, 100%. Al Hamir's in it. Hello, mate. I have a fresh wallet with 0 PLS. How can I buy new fresh PLSs? Well, we've got a few options around that, so you have to bridge some stuff over. Hopefully that will get up and running. But yeah, it's going to be hard to get Pulse at the moment. Get into our Discord, Al Hazim, and we've got lots of issues there. So there are a couple of things out there, that options, but I've just gone through them quite a few times, so I might just leave that at the stage to get into our Discord. Wookie is still sitting on his hands, typing with its toes. Now, after the live stream, I will set up in our useful links under our Pulsechain links. I will put up all these contracts, add those in, and I'll also put up the Pulse Faucet options that are out there or will be out there. So I'll put all that up in our Discord under useful links there. So you guys can get access to that. Incentive token says CryptoJax. Yeah, incentive token. I told you, man, it's going to be good. I know you know that CryptoJax. Of sitting on my hands was a person. Yeah, nice one. The top notch. Insufficient liquidity to sell 100 Pulse for bridge die. Not that I was going to sell. Yeah. So the liquidity's not up yet, folks. Just give a bit of patience for that. Don't get yourself wrecked. Don't waste your precious Pulse or PulseX. Use your wisdom there. Don't. We've got this is a phase thing of growth, so let this run its course. It will set up. I'm sure that by tomorrow, things will probably be running pretty smoothly. So just be patient with that. I always laugh at people saying, "I want to sell my Pulse. Is there any dying?" And I was like, "What? Why would you want to sell the biggest thing in crypto? You want to sell it at the beginning? That's insane. That's kind of insanity." All right. We're up to here. We're up to 2 hours and 30 minutes, but we've got 150 people watching, so a big thank you to everybody. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and we're doing pretty much crypto Pulsechain content every day. We cover the whole Richard Heart ecosystem, And it's only ramping up, folks. Imagine a balloon blowing up. We're in day 4. The balloon's really small, but it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. There'll be little hiccups on the way, just like anything in technology and rolling out things. But man, it's going to be absolutely epic. There's nothing like this in crypto, and it's going to be so much fun to see it play out. So stay tuned for all that. All right, let's go back and here see what Richard Art is tweeting quite nicely, quite regularly at the moment during this live stream, which is great. Thank you very much, Richard, for the content. We appreciate your content. So there we are. That is pretty cool. At the moment, we are doing pretty well here on the Ethereum burn. Gwei at the moment is 55 Gwei, and the top burners at the moment on the Ethereum chain is the bridge. There's currently almost 5% of the burn. Of the fees there. I should say burn. And number 5 as well. So number 3 and number 5. So we add that together. We're at about 8%, heading up towards 8% of the fees on Ethereum. And of course, Hex was down here earlier. It's dropped off the first page, but there it is, number 13. There's Hex at 1.4%. So really making a big roll, almost up to getting up to 10% there as combined burn. So nice. Combined fees, I should say. So nice on that one. And yeah, we're getting it pretty good on the bridge, almost up to $15 million, 14.85. So that's just going up and away. And that's early days. Looking good there. The bridge is up and running. If you haven't used it, is here. This is the bridge. The links are all in the video and the useful links in Discord. So you can get access to that. And once I get overnight, when I stream again tomorrow probably, once we get all the information, I'll have run that down on the live stream. We'll go through everything on that live stream. Hopefully, some of the issues that are sometimes happen when you first launch, we'll work through all that too. Right. What else have we got going here? SKB's got something from K4K, have you? We'll go quickly look at K4K, see if he's that might just be normal transaction stuck. I'm not sure whether it's to do with the bridge. We're only really focused on the bridge there, SKB. But we'll have a quick look if it's bridge related. Let's have a look here. Is it something on the bridge, is it? Some bridge stuff here, is it? I'll jump through some of that. Watch your bridge deposit in real time. You were looking at that. Bridge tip, if you're hungry to bridge, don't see the tokens right away. What else there? Since Richard tweeted the bridge deposit 50 minutes ago. Yep. Got through all that. Yep, covered all that. Bridge is live. Yep. Not sure what pairs you got there. Bridge is live. That's Hex contracts. Dollars start multiplying. Rocket ship. Yep. Yeah, okay. So we've covered all that stuff. I guess you're talking about MetaMask wallet transactions there, SKB, because I know you had something on that. I have no crypto. Do I get USDC or ETH to get PLS? Yes. You're going to have to bridge it over Elias. However, some people are having claim issues at the moment. You have to be a bit patient on that. You'll need ETH to send stuff over from the Ethereum side. So when you're on this side, you have to switch the bridge to Ethereum, and you'll then have to send some of these tokens. Let's say you send DAI, for example. You'd have to have a bit of ETH to send that on the feed. That's why it's a high gas burner at the moment on the bridge. You can see pretty big, $81,000 on fees paid so far on that one. And then, yeah, you're going to have on the Pulse chain to get the other one, but you will need some Pulse on that chain to do the swap. And the swap at the moment is around 1,800 Pulse at the moment. So the Gwei is kind of high at the moment, to be expected with the bridge opening. But if that comes down to maybe half that, you might get this down to around about 1,000, maybe if you're lucky, 1,100 on the swap. But you still need to get some Pulse. So I'm going to leave some options there in the Discord and the useful links later on around that. But basically, Randy Alaska is giving away 10,000 Pulse for people that sign up to his Patreon. Free Pulse may get there, force it up and running. Jacob from BNB Pot is looking to do a a wallet paste address faucet, and I don't know how much he's going to give out with those claims, but he's looking to do that. That could be out soon. You can ask a friend or a stranger if they're going to help you out. We're not doing that in Discord because we had so many people come into our Discord asking for Pulse, and we understand your frustration, but of course that's going to be something you have to think about. That we can't just give Pulse everywhere, otherwise we'll have no Pulse either. I see the Gwei there, it's gone up the top there. Look at that, 6.5 million there. So it's just gone up to 2.383 for a swap. And transfers. The transfers are not too bad. So someone sends you Pulse, it's indicating 137 Pulse here. So yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, that's the way we go at the moment. All right, what else are we saying about this? I think that's on there. Shall we wrap up soon? Are we going to wrap up soon? I think so. Are we billionaires yet? Yeah, Tyler says, yeah. I would, in any case, you can bridge stuff over, and you can do that. There's nothing stopping you there. Yeah, that would just be cool. That's insane, not financial advice. Yeah. That's insane, not financial. I like that, Sticky. You know how we roll. All right, so we might wrap up there, I think. Let's see who else is live streaming at the moment. I will try and get all the links and everything else out to people. And it looks like we've got lots of people streaming at the moment. We've got Rags to Riches streaming, Jenkins streaming, Oldadol streaming, Hex Token streaming, Exalted streaming, and Discord Syndicate. So get out there, folks. Hope you guys have enjoyed the content. I will see you guys all tomorrow. We'll have all the links and everything there. Take care, everybody. And be safe. Follow Richard Hart's Twitter. We'll have a lot of the links in our Discord. We'll have it nicely organized under useful links if you want to get access to all the Pulsechain faucets. There's no official faucet, remember. And of course, these will be options that you'll be able to have. They're not up and running yet, except for Randy Alasky. And of course, we'll have all the contracts there for both the Pulsechain side, and hopefully we'll get the Ethereum side as well. And also the pools running up there. So don't go get yourself wrecked with these small liquidities at the moment, because they're pretty pitiful. But hopefully by tomorrow, everything should start to be running pretty smooth. So cool. All right, take care, everybody, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Let's play out the old usual video. What video are we playing? I think we're playing this one. All right, take care. All right, bye for now. See you in Discord. I'll be there. Bye for now. See ya.